gentleman sitting right over here across from me, Joshua Little, right there, Mr. Bearded Beast Fishing.
Yep, that's
the garden gnome.
The garden gnome. The gnome is in the house. He's going to talk about it because he had a very high finish on the co-angler side. So we're going to get to all that. First, we got to pay the bills. That's what I like to say. So we're going to talk about State Farm. You guys hear me every episode talk about State Farm and all the things that they can do for you and your needs. Of course, they do the your home auto mortgage, home and mortgage. Look at me. It's been a long night. Home and mortgage and the same thing, but they handle all the regular insurance stuff. But the things that we love here is how they push for us anglers and outdoorsmen to take care of, our personal items that we don't normally think about, such as fishing rods, such as your sonars and stuff like that. So again, you got a point right above your head, flip the camera right there to the sign there, Mr. Paul, there you go. So Cassidy Agency out of Buford, but Chase Epley, he's our local agent, 678-779-7269. A lot of guys, including the gentleman sitting right here beside me, have took advantage of the policy that takes care of your stuff. You got it on your yak and stuff now. You're getting it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a great thing. If you want more information, call Chase directly, or you can send me your number and I'll have Chase call you if you like it that way. But again, Chase Epley with State Farm, he will set you up, protect all of your equipment. And so don't get caught, I was going to say something I shouldn't say, so I'll catch myself early in the episode. Don't get caught unprepared. How about that? Is that a good way to say it?
That's a good way.
That's a good way to say it. So that's a great save right there by me, I think, right there. So, again, I've already said that we're going to have Jonathan Farmer and Steve Pinkston as our guests tonight. Beside me is, or across from me is the beautiful Blake Buchanan. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. I don't know about beautiful since you shaved my hair.
Well, I don't know.
You
about
can see my grays real bad now.
I just want to make you feel good.
You always, yeah.
Do I always
you make me feel like crap most of the times?
I do. So that's right. But I mean, and that makes you feel good, right? It's that, yeah.
I guess if you want to call it that. Hey,
we all feel good at your expense.
I got my Bar Day starter outfit tonight. I'm trying to be like Bar Day. He had a real bad finish in the BFL though.
Oh, listen, don't start picking on Bar Day.
I don't know that he had a bad finish. He caught fish.
He didn't make check.
Yeah, it don't matter. He caught fish.
Top 63 got a check.
So yeah,
he was 59.
Listen, all right, so
let's check.
He'll pop up, I'm sure. So Bar Day, I love you.
Some.
Decked Out John Boats, what's out, guys? Decked Out is one of our sponsors for the Electric Elites. Jeremiah is in the house again for another freezing cold episode. Listen, Jeremiah, I have got the bait sanity stuff coming. I got the tracking number for the swim baits that will be delivered here, all because we had a viewer who kept making comments on there, and we decided to ask him to be on the show, and he becomes on the show. And he ends up being a living legend. That's Jeremiah Giles.
Yeah.
And talking swim baits. And so now Fish North Georgia is going to carry the swim baits.
I like that fish a day post that he does.
He does a fish a day. Yeah. You know what else is pretty cool? You know what I love this? I love this about our show. Watch everybody else's advertisement after we put a big guest on like that. Just let me leave it at that.
No, what do you mean by that?
Just watch the advertisement. Other people are watching our show, and I love it. So they take, I'll talk. You'll see. We'll talk more about it.
Okay.
You're totally confused right now.
Yeah. I've been working all weekend and everything, so I haven't been down here much.
Let's just say that it's very influential. Our guests are.
What's up?
Charlie's Corner, like to advertise and stuff like that. Charlie's Corner's in the house. All right. Danny Hogg said, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" All right. So anyway, here's our announcements. I didn't introduce you to yet, have I? See, listen, I threw this show together about 20 minutes ago, guys. So
he's had all day to throw this together, and he waits till the last 30 minutes, and then everybody's here 30, talking, having fun.
In the last hour,
y'all got to shut up.
When I showed up, he was sitting up there like,
"Oh, I know."
He's like, "We're gonna get this together in 15 minutes."
That is every episode.
Now let me ask a question.
Yeah,
I thought he did something.
No, he don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that question.
Blake just shows up.
I help.
I don't think he did,
but he don't take my advice for nothing. I'm like, here's
a
song we can do.
Out upstairs?
Nothing.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Good, perfect.
Song.
What's up, Cofield Custom Creations, guys? Listen, Cofield Customs. We're going to start carrying them here at Fish North Georgia. I got them upstairs, but because of my crazy schedule, I have yet to get them on the website, so I apologize for that.
Awesome baits.
Awesome looking stuff.
Awesome swim baits.
I said I may have to take someone to leave.
You may, but you can't have the swim baits. I got to have them.
I don't know which ones you're talking about.
Oh. Wait, they're awesome.
We hid those for nobody else can find them. They're
nasty. They're nasty. Yep. The man makes a nasty product. So, and I mean that in a good way. So, all right. So anyway, Justin Speece is right here beside me. Let's go ahead and do your segment. You want to do that before I forget, and I will absolutely butcher it?
Yeah.
Won't you tell? Justin's been on the show before, but he's back for a different reason. He is going to help. He's one of the people that's going to help me raise some money so that I can cut that nasty mullet off of Justin with Fishing for Warriors, and I can tattoo Fish North Georgia's logo on his backside.
Who's Justin?
He was one of the guys with Fishing. You didn't watch last week? That's right. You showed up late.
Yeah, I was on. I was like, you give me a year and a perm. That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Hell, that ain't a mullet.
He sat there and he's like, "Oh, I had a better looking mullet." It's like we're gonna sit here and
compare mullets.
You
this is what this show has become.
I had the best one y'all have ever seen. That's
okay. Anyway, so let's tell everybody why you are here tonight. Tell everybody real quick.
So, as everybody knows from last week, the Fishing for Warriors came on. They set a pretty high goal for Fish North Georgia to come up with.
Yep.
And, I love the fact that Danny loves shaving people's heads. Blake
loves
it.
Loves
it. We love it. Not only that, guys, but they're going out of their way to take veterans, the people that give us our freedom to be able to go out and fish and enjoy each other's companies. They're taking these guys out, and, I don't want to directly say saving their lives, but they're giving them new life. They're giving them something outside of the military to enjoy.
That's right.
So I just got put in with a bunch of the kayak guys. And honestly, the kayak community in Georgia is amazing. Paul, Pork Taco, Matt, and a bunch of other guys that are on here, best thing to do would be throw a tournament. So we are going to be doing the first annual Fishing for Warriors kayak tournament on Lake Lanier, March 20th. It's going to be an open ramp tournament. We are going to do everything by measurements. We are going to require you to take pictures, and we will check the pictures throughout the day. You'll be sending them to multiple people. I have 5 or 6 people that are already on board helping with the picture verification, getting registrations done and everything. We're also running a live nationwide tournament on 20X.
You're such a Yankee, dude.
20X.
I'm just so I'm done. What
are you laughing for?
I'm just dying. I'm just 20. 20. I love you. You know I love you. 20.
20X.
Come on,
but yeah,
so we love you.
We're running a 20X setup as well. The registration for the live.
Keep on going, baby. Keep going, baby. Keep going.
But yeah, the live tournament registration is going to be $50. $25 is going to be donated directly to Fishing for Warriors and their cause. And the other $25 is going to be put towards pots. What we're going to do is see the amount of anglers we get registered for the live tournament, and we'll do payouts based on the amount. I want to try and get something for everybody. It may not be monetary, but we do have a lot of people that are giving donations towards the raffle, which we'll discuss in a minute. The Tourney X breakdown is going to be a $55 registration. Tourney X charges $5 per angler. So instead of eating that and taking out of the funds for the payout and the donation, I just upped the charge on that. Now the Tourney X setup is going to be KFL league rules. Everything's got to be on a catch board for measurements. So that way, because they go through and check pictures and everything, and then anything that's in question will get forwarded to me.
Okay.
So that's nationwide. That's going to be all over the continental U.S. So what I'm hoping for personally, at 100 anglers, that's $2,500 that we can donate to them. If we get 1,000 people, that's going to be 25. Wait,
we're not good at
math.
We're not. It's okay.
Math is
it's a lot.
But yeah, we're shaving somebody's head and getting somebody tattooed is one thing, but not only that, it's outside of that. It's helping people be able to enjoy life outside of, their service that they gave to us.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the raffle goes, we are selling raffle tickets. They are $1 a piece. I'm not going ballistic on the raffles for the ticket price. I got 2,000 tickets. I want to sell them all. As of right now, we have a $300 gift certificate to Davis Custom Rods. That will be good for any rod that they have available. If you want to do additional add-ons that are above the 300, it's going to be out of cost for you, but you can still get a great custom rod, built exactly the way you want it for at max $100 out of pocket with the $300 gift certificate. Mario with Your Outdoor Adventures is donating a $150 battery box. It's great for camping, great for kayaking, whatever you need it for. You can get his new box that's going to be released very soon. I won't go into details with that because I don't think he made a actual release of it,
Right.
but you can use that towards that box as well. Hammond's Bait and Tackle in Cumming, Georgia on Browns Bridge is donating a rod and reel combo. Stealth rod holders, the people there are absolutely amazing. I've been in contact with Carrie all day. They are donating a couple rod holder setups along with stickers and some other swag. There's more to come. Any private bait company, jig makers, if you're a bait shop that's willing to help, get them my information. They can reach me on Facebook, Justin Spees, or they can reach me on Instagram at 770_fishing. I will gladly work with anybody. I've been in contact with all the guys with Fishing for Warriors, and they are just completely ecstatic and grateful for everything that's going on. This isn't me. This is the whole Fish North Georgia family. I'm not doing this to get everybody to be like, oh, you're so grateful, because you know what? It's not about me. It's about us giving back to those that need it. So
absolutely. And you can buy, he's left me some tickets. So if you come into the shop here and you want to buy a ticket, we will gladly sell you one, and hopefully we can sell them all out, and I'll give them the money and bring me some more. So yeah, it actually is the entire FNG community. That's one of the things that Josh and I just absolutely love, is that you guys are just awesome every time there's a need. And again, even in comments, we be careful in the yaks, like Facebook user up there. Again, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, put your name in there. So we appreciate the good information. That be careful when you're out on those yaks and all that like that. The weigh-in, Freddie Haley, I'm assuming you're going to talk about the elites, and I'll talk about that in just a second. I'll get to you on that. But again, guys, 20 grand is the target, and that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money. But if you do it a dollar at a time, you can knock that out pretty quick. You don't think about that. It adds up. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things, ways that you can give. And that's the biggest part, no matter what we do on this show, what we say. Number one is let's give back to your community, give back to the people in need. And the rest of this that we get to do is just, that's an overflow of that. So they're a $1 ticket, right?
Yep.
All right. So that's going to go to the Fishing for Warriors. When's the tournament and the drawing?
Tournament is going to be March 20th. Both of them are going to be March 20th from Safe Light to 4:00. We're still working on getting a mutual meeting area for like 5:30, so that everybody can get together, do the raffle drawings. We just want to make this a big event. We want it to be fun though too. Right. I know, everybody wants to be out tournament fishing to make money, but in the end, it's for a bigger cause. It's not just to fill your pockets. So
totally get that. And again, we are definitely going to be doing some stuff for the Fishing for Warriors going forward, because I am going to tattoo. I'm going to tattoo his backside with my logo. So I'm looking forward to that. So again, real quick before I let you go, you want to pop out your sponsor there?
Mario at Your Outdoor Adventures brought a couple people on board with apparel sponsorship. So check the group out on Facebook, Your Outdoor Adventures. There's a lot of great information, not just fishing, hunting, climbing, hiking, shooting, pretty much anything that you're doing outside of your house.
All right, that's perfect, man. So Justin, we appreciate you jumping in here tonight for that. So again, so a couple of announcements I've got to make. All right, the Electric Elites, we will be out at Rocky Mountain this coming up weekend. That's February 20th, and for our second tournament on the trail stop. And one of the things we're going to be doing, of course, I don't know if that question about the live weigh-in is about us. I don't know that it'll even be possible that you'll even have cell service out there. It's kind of sketchy at Rocky. So I don't know that we'll be able to do it live or anything like that.
It won't be a lick.
There'll be video, because we're videoing for our for the program, for the pilot that we're filming that's going to that. Does FNG have a PayPal or Venmo to send money for tickets, donations, or anything in the future? Well, we do. Let's figure out how we want to do that, Josh, and we can whatever is the best way that you think. We actually have both. You have to understand there's certain ways you got to do stuff like that, that the United States government wants to make sure that they
get their part.
Well, or that it doesn't come as taxable and stuff like that. So there's, eventually I'm going to set up a 501 for all of this. Yeah. Just set it up for all this, and that way. Okay, so let's do this. If you want to donate money to the Fishing for Warriors, would it be to their website, Josh? You reckon?
Yes.
Let's go straight to their website, www.fishingforwarriors.com. I assume I should have that. Huh? .org. That's right. They're at .org.
At the bottom of the screen.
At the bottom of the screen. Hey, look at there. Everybody's smarter than me. If you go there, Comment Fish North Georgia with your donation. That way it goes towards the $20,000 that we'll put it on, and that we will put. That's the goal we set. So it will go there. So that would just be the easiest thing because they're already setting up the 501 and all that. So anytime the money can go straight to somewhere and we don't have to touch it, that's a little bit better.
You don't have to touch that.
Yeah, I know. But in the future, we'll give you some tickets before you leave here, Blake. Does that work for you?
Do I have to hold tickets?
Huh?
Do I have to hold tickets?
What do you mean hold tickets?
I just donating to the cause.
Well, you just donating?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, you don't get no tickets.
That's fine.
You're a good man.
I don't know about all that, but I'd like to help out a little bit.
So anyway, yeah. So again, Facebook user that asked that question, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Put your name in there so that we can recognize you on the show. Now, again, you heard me talking about the electric elites at Rocky this weekend. Bad thing about it, but we're going to have you would think it's going to be Chamber of Commerce weather. 50 degrees in the 20s to start off with. Nope. It's going to be bluebird skies and no wind. That's going to be
it'll
tough.
change.
Huh? Deep.
That's
all I say.
Going deep. It's going to be deep, but yeah, no, it ain't, well, even if it changes, that's going to be
I'm good.
That's going to be that's tough. That's tough. That's going to be tough conditions. But anyway, we'll be out there this Saturday, and one of the things that we're doing is we are doing a raffle as well. Now, all of our product sponsors give us product to take to these tournaments, and what we do is we divvy it up. And we let last tournament, we let the anglers and those at the weigh-in purchase tickets, and all that money goes back into the classic. All right. So the anglers had a vested interest, but we're also opening it up to the public. And so for one ticket, it's $5. For 3 tickets, it's $10. And what you do is there'll be 4 winners in this one. And I'm just going to tell you what the prizes will be. 2 winners will get a Bait Sanity Gen 2 swim bait valued at retail value is probably about $75, like that. I don't know. Probably it's not the trout one. What's the bone? The bone colored one. You ever seen one of them? I don't even know exactly what color. Huh? Red. Bread. That's it. See, I knew it was something. I couldn't think of it. They're called bread. It's that bonish color like that. So we're gonna have 2 of those that we're giving away. So 2 winners will win that, and then we're taking splitting up the rest of the product sponsors. That goes from True Grit, 706, Georgia Blade, Chattahoochee Jigs, Sugar Hill Baits. Josh, help me out if I'm starting forgetting anybody. It's been a long day. Have I hit everybody? I said 706 Fishing Lures, Softy Lures. Huh? I got Georgia Blade. There was a bunch of them. So there you go, Jeremiah, $70. So what we're going to do is if you buy these raffles, if you buy these tickets, 2 of them will win the swim baits, and the other 2 is he over there playing in the sink?
He's over playing in the fish pond.
Oh my goodness!
I wish we could turn on them cameras.
I know. Black Rifle Coffee, but they won't be in the thing though. The Michael Temples. That's for the anglers. So yeah, I mean people are throwing stuff. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll take everything that those companies give us, we divvy it up in half, and one winner will one ticket will get one half of that, another ticket will get the other half of that. So that will be 4 total prize winners, and it's about $400 in value. And listen, Chris, I'm getting old, son. It just is. All right, Kobe, good. Come on by the store. But what's up, Nathan? Anyway, so about $400 in value of stuff, and we're gonna split it up between 4 guys. And all the money goes right back into the classic pot, because what we're doing is we're raising the stakes for places 5th through 2nd. So first place is already up over $6,500, somewhere right in there. We're guaranteeing just from the raffle last week. Now, we weren't going to do a 5th place winner. Now the 5th place winner gets $400 guaranteed in the classic. And then, so all the money we raise from here to the end at every raffle will go back into that. So the good thing, here's what we're going to do is we're going to keep it a secret how much money we raise. Now we will write it down so nobody thinks we're taking anything, but got to keep a record, a paper trail, but yeah. You will not know until the day of the classic what you're going to get. So if you win 5th place and we raise another X amount of thousands of dollars, 5th place could all of a sudden pay $800 or $1,000 for 5th place, and they go on up to 2nd place.
Boy, that'd be real nice.
And what's cool about it is we're not gonna let hey JP, put JP on there. On to the Lanier BFL info. Hold on.
Slow you roll. This ain't your show.
JP.
Our show.
Hold on.
We
hold on.
Talking.
That's right. If you're in a hurry, go to bed and you can wait and watch it tomorrow. It'll be on YouTube. We got stuff we got to do first.
Spotify and iTunes and
Spotify
Apple
and
Music,
iTunes.
anywhere
So,
you like to listen
please,
to your podcast.
listen, JP, we'll get to it, buddy. Listen, I love you. I'll get you what you need right here. Just hold your horses just real quick. All right.
Now he's begging.
He's begging. He's got a question mark behind it. So, JP, it's coming. It's coming. But first, you can buy the tickets at the store. All right. And you can buy the raffle for Fishing for Warriors at the store, too.
How much are the tickets?
The tickets for the Fishing for Warriors is $1.
How much
And the
you
Fishing
guys-
for ours is $5 for one, $3 for 10. I think I covered that good enough. Also,
You mean 10 for 3?
Yeah, I was saying.
no,
$10 for 3 tickets.
yeah, $10 for three. Three
Okay.
tickets for 10 is what I meant to say.
Okay.
Okay, so there we got that.
I was going to say, how did we go from
Been a
$5
long
$5
day.
I like those odds though. I'm-
Been a
Yeah,
long day.
I want that first one. That's on camera.
Also, guys, listen, anybody coming to the shop any day that we're open from now for the foreseeable future, please bring a canned, non-perishable item or two to dump in the Georgia Mountain Food Bank canister. The thing that we got up there, we're doing that. We're going to feed the hungry, try the best we can to help these food banks be stocked. Please, even if it's one can, and just bring that. We want to make sure we do our part. The Thurmans are really helping us out with that. They're probably on here, and Rebecca helps run that place. I guess that's what she said. We've already got you about one whole full one that you need to come get all the stuff out of, so we can start filling up the next one. So
Bring us 2 or 3. We'll fill them all.
we'll fill them all up. So anyway, now JP Schrader, for you, buddy. In the next segment right here, we're going to get on some BFL news, okay? Because a gentleman right across from me took 5th place as a co-angler. Now, what's cool about that, it's not, I mean, 5th place is cool enough. This guy is from the kayak world.
Yep.
All right, from the kayak world. And to be quite honest, I know him very well, and I had no idea you were getting ready to do this.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say last minute, but it was. I've been thinking about it for a little while now.
Right. You don't even
So-
own a boat and anything. You're a kayak guy through and through.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so it's
Did it
just
change your mind, did it?
Look at
No,
JP.
no,
Thanks,
man.
brothers. I'm about to get JP on, get his own segment. JP.
hurry the hell
Y'all get up. Come on, guys. My goodness. I got to go to bed at 9:00. Would you hurry up? All right. So anyway, Josh. All right. So Bearded Beast Fishing. We've known you. You do the guide videos for us. And when I saw that you were doing it, I was like, what in the hell is Josh out there? And not only just to do it, you took 5th, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate that.
All right. So did you have more than your boater?
Yes.
That's what's awesome about it. Now listen, now your boater we might know, so I don't want to mention your boater's name. We may know. Or would we know him? You think is he a local?
He is not a local.
Okay, who was it? Come on, who'd she beat? Who'd she
Stephen
beat?
Barday.
No, it wasn't Barday. Listen,
No, his name is Mark. Great guy.
right?
And I say he's not local. I believe he's from Lawrenceville.
Well, that's
So-
local, dude. You can't.
That's local. That's as local as it gets.
Listen, he might be watching.
That's as local
My
as
bad.
it gets.
My bad. Oh my goodness. Never
Well,
mind. This is what.
Great guy though, and I mean it was. To be honest with you, I've heard these horror stories of what you could expect,
Mhm.
and going into it, I was like, man, this may be terrible. But at the same time, I mean,
I got you.
Depends who you pull, really.
exactly.
I got you. Well, could you please tell JP Schrader what you caught him on before he has an aneurysm?
So it was kind of a mixture because I went into it knowing what I was wanting to throw, but of course that was not the case.
Right. What did you plan on throwing?
I plan on throwing a jerkbait, a crankbait, and an underspin,
Okay.
and none of those were the ticket for me.
You South Lake, North Lake, right? now? Or did you just go all over the place?
No, we kind of started. Our first stop was closer to the north end of the lake,
Right.
and then we got closer down to the south side.
Okay.
And then from there, we fished there for probably 3.5 hours. So they were biting there, and that was the reason we stayed. And it wasn't like we just caught like one or two. I mean, we caught probably 20 within 3 hours right there in that area. So it was just a matter of culling out the smaller ones.
Gotcha. All right. So
But-
are you going to tell everybody what you did catch him on?
Yeah.
He don't remember. So I don't know. I don't know who Facebook user is. I told him everything. So, okay. So can you tell from them comments who that is?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't-
Facebook user.
it may be Mark. I don't know.
StreamYard.com /Facebook.
Who's this guy saying I wasn't worth a
Put,
damn?
put your name in there. Oh, Chattahoochee Jig. Okay, so
Oh,
it's
it's Foster. Yeah.
Foster,
What's up,
don't know
Foster?
Foster.
How did Foster do?
So now here's
Foster
the
did
deal.
pretty
Foster.
good.
No, he didn't.
Did he not do good?
Hey, you done got called out, Foster.
Foster
he
didn't
caught,
catch
he
any.
caught fish, didn't he?
He caught fish.
I
but
saw
he
him weigh something in.
yeah, he caught fish. So,
Oh,
but
but
it
trash
Foster.
talking.
it was
Trash
interesting
talking.
because it was actually Foster was the reason that I even joined this.
Oh, I got you.
So that was it. That was the only reason, because he was talking to me about it.
Listen, so you went and played on his court and whipped him at it. That's pretty much what it is.
I mean,
yeah.
Foster just thinks he can ball.
Foster can ball, but listen, Foster, Facebook user, come on, Foster DeBrock, owner of Chattahoochee Jigs. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and put your name here, son, and quit being, hiding behind the Facebook user thing, man. We want to be able to make fun of you.
What is it? A comment warrior? That's what he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keyboard warrior.
He said Chattahoochee Jig. The problem is he just don't know how to work it. That's the problem.
I would agree with that.
Look, Foster's calling me right now on my phone. Missed call, Foster DeBrock. Of course. Listen.
He'll be calling me next.
Well, listen, Foster, I'll put you on at a later time. So anyway, all right. So what did work for you?
I ended up catching him on a shaky head and a Ned rig.
Shaky head, so you went finesse like that.
Yep. And honestly, it was not. I hate fishing a Ned rig.
I know you fuss every time you come over and talk about Ned rig.
But that was, we were sitting in an area. They were on a flat, and they weren't on any type of cover. There was nothing for them to relate to other than the fact that there was a few bait fish there. I mean, it wasn't just packed with bait. So that was what was weird about it, is because there was nothing there for them to just kind of key in on, except for the fact that we're out of the wind. We were back in one of the marinas, and that's kind of where we stayed most of the day.
Right.
And they were sitting in anywhere from about 28 to about 32 foot of water, and you cast it up there and you just slowly drag it the whole way.
I got you.
Busting them off docks or before docks?
No, you weren't even fishing a dock. When I say there was no cover, I'm talking about you were casting in the middle of open water and just dragging it.
Was you using a heavy Ned rig or a light one?
No, I was using 1/10.
Oh, I'd have shot myself.
It was hard. And
Blake's face when you said the Ned rig and shaky head just went better, and then when you just said 1/10 of an ounce, he just
that was it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be heavy. I got to feel something.
Well, and that was what was crazy, is because when you were dragging it, most of the time you may feel a slight tick, and that was it. There was no just hammering to it, nothing like that. And when I went up there a week prior and fished, I threw a shaky head all day long. Nothing. And that's what I kind of had. I was like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to base it off of, depending on how well I catch them here.
Gotcha.
And not catching anything on the shaky head that time, I was like, well, I'm going to go back out and
LJ giving you a congratulator.
Let's ask this. How do you feel knowing that you went from the kayak world over to the bass world and went and whooped some guys' butts? How's that feel?
I'll be honest with you, it was awesome. And the money aspect of it, I don't even care about. The trophy was the biggest thing for me that I can.
So you got one for fifth?
That's awesome. Got a trophy here for fifth place.
Hey, Schrader does have a good question up there. Seeing lots of largemouth being caught, as I have. Did you see some nice largemouths, I guess, weighed in during the BFL, and any guys concentrating specifically on them?
I seen a guy.
That's what you would be doing if you were fishing.
Yeah, if I was fishing, I'd have been after largemouth. I did see a guy on Facebook post 2 good ones. Like, they had to be 4.5, 5 pounds.
What was big fish?
Big fish, I think it was like 6 and some change.
It was a largemouth?
No, it was spot. I was watching.
Really?
I can't remember.
It was spot.
I don't know.
He weighed it in. It was a tank.
Okay.
Like, I was sitting there watching it, because at 1 minute I got on it early, and Castleberry was actually on top for the anglers, and I'm like, well, either he had a great day or nobody weighed in yet. And then all of a sudden I checked back 15 minutes later, his name wasn't even there. So
so that was one thing that was interesting, is when we pulled up, the flagger's like, this is a little different because we haven't had a time where we didn't have to wait on bags. And, I mean, there was bags just laying on the ground pretty much when we pulled up there.
What do you mean? Like, people wasn't weighing in?
Yeah, there was only 40 bags that were given out, and there was bags laying on the ground. And
I saw. Yeah.
Whoa,
okay, so it was a largemouth though. Cooper McDonald said it was. 2 of them said it was a largemouth, or no, Cooper said it was largemouth.
I thought it was a largemouth.
Either way, still, regardless, 6.3 is good.
Yeah,
I would like that.
So
sure. I seen a guy post a picture.
Young kid.
No, I think he's middle-aged, older guy, but he had 2, and I say they're a bit of 4.5, 5 pounds. He must have not had nothing else to go with him, because they were 2 giant heads.
Well, Carter Koza, which is Jamie's son.
Yeah.
He fished and placed third
on the boater side.
Yeah, it could have been him. I don't know. Like I said,
he held up. No, he held up 2 good largemouth. Like largemouth.
Was he on his boat?
Yeah,
it may have been him.
I don't know, but it was on Facebook.
No.
I mean, he was holding up. Koza had 2 good ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't give you all the love that I did to Patricia last week, but you are our outstanding angler of the week, and that's why you're here. I told you we were going to bring him in remotely like we did last week, but he was able to make the trek down and being here live. So again, I think it's a hell of accomplishment to go from what you did
I appreciate it.
to a BFL and doing that.
Let me ask you this: for some of the guys that don't understand, you're going from the kayak to the bass boat. Kayaks, you're carrying a lot less tackle. What kind of tackle was you carrying on the boat? I mean, I fished a Costa event. I carried 6 rods, and I stacked as much stuff in my tackle bag as I could because I'm always the boater.
Yeah.
It's totally different when I get in the back of the boat. How did you approach going from basically your own vessel, which is a kayak?
Yeah.
You don't have as much tackle as a bass boat. How did you approach that to going to the co-angler side? Like, how many rods did you bring? How much tackle and stuff like that?
So one of the biggest things that I did is you think from a standpoint, but I actually had to downsize the tackle that I take from my kayak to what I had to take on the boat this time.
So you saying you have more tackle on your kayak?
I always have more tackle. So I dropped down to 4 3600 Plano cases, and terminal tackle was kind of the basic, of course, and then a box full of jigs, and then a box full of crankbaits, and then spinner baits. Just that was kind of, okay, when I go out on the water and I'm fishing with someone, those are the kind of bases that I want to cover.
Right.
Soft plastics, filled it up with what I use, and I've kind of got a selection of, okay, when I go out there, I know this is what I'm going to
So you took your stuff that you knew that you can catch fish with. I've heard horror stories of guys that are on the boater side of BFLs, and they said their co-angler bring the damn kitchen sink with them.
I had
to stack the boat.
Yeah,
full
he
of
didn't
stuff.
do that.
I had a backpack, and I had 6 rods.
That's good for you, man.
The one thing I can say is if you are a co-angler or if you're just going out with friends, buy a rod mule.
Yes.
That is the best $45 that I've spent.
Amazing.
Rod mule.
I could keep the rods inside that bundle, pull it out, use what I wanted to, and I could slide it back inside the sleeve and not even have to worry about it.
What you need to do is do a breakdown video of how you took your tackle from what you usually do to go to the co-angler side. And you need to post that because there's not a lot of people that post that kind of stuff.
That would be pretty good.
Break it down, do a detailed video, and we'll
that would be pretty good.
I was going to say, because when you were saying about dropping down, I know personally on mine, I carry 6 and can carry 8 on my kayak, and I have my crate plus my bag.
Yeah, so you get a lot of stuff. That's because you guys don't fish out of kayaks anymore. You fish out of boats.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's a
don't
boat.
have a motor. It's not a
it's
boat.
A freaking
it
boat,
don't have
dude.
a motor.
Mine does have a motor.
Don't you have?
I'm getting ready. I'm actually getting ready to put spot lock on mine. So.
All right, don't you have 2 kayaks?
Well, here's the deal. So I'll make kind of an announcement here that I have not made yet.
Okay, hold on a second. Breaking news.
He's got one for sale.
Get the fireworks.
Breaking news.
What are you selling?
So I'm not selling anything, but I joined the dugout on Friday for their fishing team.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm now fishing out of a Hobie.
So what are you going to do with your other?
So I've got those. My son uses one of them. My wife will use the
other
one.
Hobie man now.
I've made the switch over.
Well, listen.
Are you going to fish the Lanier tournament? It's the Georgia Trail that's fishing Lanier, correct?
If any trail is on Lanier, then I'm able to fish it. I always fish it.
Gotcha.
Let me borrow a kayak. I'll get in on it.
There you go.
Hey, you're more welcome.
I'm seriously thinking about it.
The dude in blue, that's Justin Speece there, Harmon, and he's taking no dates for you, buddy. I know you like that voice. So anyway, listen, again, that's great news. Because you're
LJ, buy his gummy worms.
The motor that broke off on that Ranger, it just had a weak hole. I did some digging, and that year model has a really bad transom, and there's a lot of pictures floating online, and they broke this same exact way.
Are you serious? Really?
It's that year Ranger, and they're breaking off completely. A lot of people are saying how the back of that Ranger comes down and it comes to a neck.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just breaking clean off.
It looked pretty clean.
It was a clean break. I did a lot of research on it, watched some YouTube videos, and there's a lot of people that said that same problem. It's just weak transom. Apparently, that year model Ranger
the anglers were fine.
Yeah, those guys were fine. Brock Turner and Nathan Ragsdale drug them back. It sucks, man, losing a boat. I mean, it'd kill me if something like that happened.
It would.
Ain't cheap either, but that's why you need State Farm.
That's why you need.
That's right. You need State Farm. So anyway, Justin, thank you for coming on and talking about the fishing for Warriors, because that's again, I got a vested interest in them now. We're going to raise that money. It's done. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. So I appreciate you.
We need to get better clippers, and maybe we'll let Blake shave it. That way, you can get a little retribution.
I'm telling you, boys, mine's coming back,
and it's going to be shaved off.
No, it will not be shaved again, but it's going to look better than it did.
Just shut up.
Nah, don't tell me shut up.
Just shut up, dude. Nobody cares about
it's
your
coming
hair.
Back.
It's gone. It ain't coming back. You need to leave it off.
You know what we need to do? His old ass.
What's that?
Give you a mohawk.
I would let you do that.
With you and your old gray hair. Put a tattoo.
Hey,
let's shave him bald. There wouldn't be a mohawk there. Actually,
It's like a half off, dude. Come on, like that.
Dude, we should get him to get that Fu Manchu going. Have him in
Full
here.
I'll
Manchu
do
with
that.
a Fish North Georgia tattoo on the top of his
I look
bald
like
head.
I've been in a prison tat. You know, get one. Let's just go ahead and get somebody just ink
Just
it
do
in
a
there.
smiley face on the side of your
And
head.
they'll misspell Fish North Georgia or something like that. No regrets, right?
Yeah.
So-
Regret.
No regrets. So anyway, so Josh, though, again, though, we've gotten to know each other well. So
Yeah,
I'm proud
there
of you,
he
dude.
is.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
it.
seriously think that there's Justin.
Congratulations,
there.
man. That's seriously
really
awesome
think-
coming over from
First
the kayak
time,
world.
first time ever, 5th place. So
I think the greatest thing is the fact he just signed with the dugout, and the next day he goes on a bass boat. And
That's
smashes
right, he
it.
did,
It's like,
yeah.
man, it's like they're probably sitting there like,
Y'all
Y'all
Coach,
better
you
make
got
my
doing, man.
sponsorship a little better.
that's exactly
No,
that's
those-
exactly right. But
those
it's still
guys are
awesome.
awesome.
I know they are, and I know, and I'm not even going to ask him for a rod. I know because I do that every time. Just tell them this time I'm going to bypass it because I've heard they don't like that down there. But anyway, I love you guys at the dugout. But congratulations, that's awesome.
I appreciate
All
it.
right, so now you two get out of here. All right, so now we're gonna bring
Bye-bye.
this, now we're gonna
See
bring the
ya.
stars and I really
I
appreciate
appreciate it,
those.
man.
Thanks both of you. And hey, listen, stay in touch with me. We'll get this all worked out. Awesome. So all right, so now we're bringing in the I would say stars of the show, but I don't know. You guys gonna be able to hold it up now? The star. All right, so now we're gonna bring in Mr. Steve Pinkston of Sugar Hill Baits. How are you, sir?
We got some of Steve's
good.
nuts
Got some of
today.
Steve's
he brought
nuts.
us 2 bags.
See Steve's nuts. We got a whole bag of Steve's nuts in the
You
house.
tried those?
Have you eaten any of Steve's nuts?
I haven't eaten any.
Oh,
And
get you some of them nuts.
Farmer, get you a handful of Steve's nuts right there.
Oh, I tell you what,
Get
some
you
of
a
the best
handful.
nuts in North Georgia.
It is the best
I'm
nuts
much
in North.
better at
Look
doing
at he
nuts
just went.
than I am
Hey, listen, we got to
actually
adjust that
fishing,
because
so,
look, he's about 8 foot tall. That camera's cutting him off. So
How's
gotta-
that nut?
A little
yeah.
bit bigger.
All right, stick it back on the Neanderthals in the house.
Neanderthal.
Seriously, everybody likes Steve's nuts. You got the most popular nuts in all of North Georgia.
I'm pretty
It's
good.
good to be known
They
for
are good,
something.
I think. Yeah, I know. If you got to be known for anything, be known for your nuts. So these things are again. They're what's coating them?
Cinnamon, sugar, vanilla, water.
Cinnamon, sugar, vanilla.
Yep.
There's some good stuff, guys. And we're all. Can you get Steve's nuts at?
SugarHillNuts.com, outside Bass Pro Shop,
Yep,
Pendergrass Flea Market, Hammond's,
gotcha.
Dugout,
Fish North Georgia.
They are good.
Wood Bait and Tackle.
We will. They will be. They'll be here in due time. And so now over here across from me is back Mr. Jonathan Farmer. This is his second attempt. There you go. Look, he's over.
That's them nuts. You jumping them down, ain't you?
And so anyway, he was here with Jeremiah, and he was here that night to talk about Nottely. We got talking about swim baits, and so that I said, dude, you got to come on back. And then now we're going to talk Nottely here in a little bit. But both of you fished the BFL.
Mm-hmm. Didn't do nowhere as good as Little over there.
Yeah, listen, 5th place in anything's good on
That's
that.
good.
Now we don't know if he just lucked into it or what, but we'll see. We'll see how good he rolls into it like that. So, what are you guys whispering on back there?
Y'all over flirting or something?
They're over there whispering, talking about us. Listen,
Look at Josh waving us
Josh-
off. Don't worry about this. Don't worry.
Josh hates it. All right. So anyway, so we're getting ready to start some good talk on the BFL. So definitely, and we'll talk on that. But it is time to do our weekly giveaway.
May
All
do
right.
my announcement first. Fantasy
Oh,
stuff.
good
Do it
Lord.
real
Yeah.
quick. All right, guys.
Do your fantasy fishing stuff.
All right, so I want to thank everybody who signed up for the fantasy fishing so far. I think we've roughly got it's like between 50 and 55 people playing.
Really?
Yeah, there's like 50, 55 people.
Okay.
It's been great. This week was fun. Great weights. I don't know if y'all actually tuned in, but that's one of the best parts about it is getting to tune in and see how your guys are doing. The person who won this week, his name was Fishing Goon. He's already come by and got his prize. Danny, what'd you do? No, what'd you give away for the prize this week? For the fantasy?
him some Cofield baits.
Yeah, he gave
Bargo.
Scent Bargo.
Not Sid.
Sid Bargo is our winner. Shut up, y'all. Go on, sir.
Bargo.
But
He's a friend of the show.
yeah.
Fish North Georgia.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys. You can still sign up. You know, we're going to do a grand prize at the end of the year. We're actually going to give away a trophy. I've already got it picked out and everything like that. We're going to get it engraved with our group name and all that stuff on it. The next tournament is February 25th through the 28th. It's on the Tennessee River. The picks need to be in by, I think it is February 24th, the Wednesday before the tournament. So if y'all want to get in, guys, the group name is Fish North Georgia, and the password is Fish NGA. come have a good time. There's plenty of prizes to be won, not only with us, but with Bassmasters. And weekly winner gets something from us. And like I said, the top overall winner from the season, they'll be getting a badass trophy that we have picked out. So
Sounds like a good deal. I
No.
got my butt kicked in that too.
I was doing decent. I was sitting 10th, and then I had a guy drop out, and he didn't do worth a damn.
I had one of my
Drop
guys
me.
0.
Who was that?
Rick Clun.
Oh, yeah. Everybody picked Clun. Oh, man.
I thought the old man would have brought in some flipping skills.
Hey, it was a good tournament.
Well, it
It was a good tournament. I want to go down there so bad and get on some of those fish.
I like the rookie won it.
Yeah, Brian Drew. He's an older rookie. He's a hammer, though.
No, he is a hammer.
He's a hammer. All those guys are hammers. It don't matter what you do. But I think it's going to be a good season, but I've already kind of gave away my Angler of the Year this year. I'm going to say Chris Zaldane wins Angler of the Year.
Oh, good God. Nobody
That's who I think.
I don't know anything about it.
Bassmaster Angler of the Year. I'm going to say Chris
Bassmaster.
Zaldane.
Okay, well, all right. So I'm back. Are we good? Did you get your stuff out of the way?
Yeah,
You
it's
discussed the
good.
fantasy fishing?
It's good.
Fantasy
Is
fishing.
this mullet?
Hey, that's actually some of his hair, dude. Check it out.
The mullet.
Look at it.
The mullet's
Look at-
everywhere. he
Look
said.
at it. What was it stuck to?
It's all over the floor.
Oh, no, yeah, we don't sweep down here, man. Come on.
Y'all need to donate some money to let
Look at-
Danny buy a Roomba.
Aruba.
Ain't that what they're called? Roombas?
Yeah,
a little robot.
What is this? Aruba is what it sounded like you said.
Roomba.
Aruba?
Roomba. I don't know how to spell it, but it's
I know
called a
you
Roomba.
don't. I don't even know how to spell it. So
I call mine Jacqueline because she cleans my house. You know, I thank her every
Jacqueline?
night.
your Roomba's called Jacqueline.
Yeah, I hit her butt and I said, "Go clean this house, you old dirty nasty."
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you stopped. We almost got some trouble again.
No, I know. I'm on
All right,
probation.
so what is the fantasy group name?
Fantasy group name is Fish North Georgia. It's not Georgia. It's just GA. And the password, like I said, it's capital Fish and then capital NGA. It's all linked onto the Fish North Georgia Facebook page. Come join, guys. There's still plenty of time. Like I said, if you missed the first tournament, you're probably not going to win the overall trophy at the end of the year. But, you know, you still have a chance to get in on some weekly prizes.
Let me tell you this. Yeah, the Whopper Plopper right there. Kurt, I'd have kicked you for even bringing it in here. Why you got to bring the Whopper Plopper into every episode?
I hate a damn walk.
I know, but here's what's funny. Listen, this is no lie. So Saturday we was up here at the store, and I had several friends in here that decided to come. People walking in the store, and they stopped. And they started watching. They were here to watch the BFLs and all that stuff. You know, watch the weigh-ins and stuff. But the whole time they're checking their fantasy stats, and I'm watching grown men pull up.
It's a lot of fun.
Listen,
Hey,
it was funny as all get go. I'm like,
Wait.
what are you guys doing? They're checking like, oh, so and so. I got 3 people left in the top 10. I mean, I was like,
it
dude,
gets exciting. Hey, we are going to do fantasy football, but the thing is, fantasy football, we can't have that many people. I'm going to cut it off at 12. And there's
Why?
already two, because if you have too many people, the picks go to shit too quick.
Watch your mouth.
And that's what happens. Seriously.
I understand.
If you
I
say
listen,
if you have
Listen.
like 20 people,
right.
there's no good people to
Okay,
pick
I
by the
agree.
second round.
I
so.
agree. Okay. A sprinkler frog instead. I don't know. So you
Sounds
play this.
complicated.
It's
It
a,
does
it's the
sound
same. It's the
complicated.
same thing with a frog. It's just got the tails that spin on the back.
Is that
What are
that-
you talking
is that
about?
the dumb one that's
What
got
are you talking
Yeah,
about?
just sits there and spins?
Yes.
Yeah, it ain't
Hold
worth
on,
that
what
dang.
are you talking about?
It's a frog that some company has come
Why
out
are we
with
talking about a frog?
because it's kind of like a whopper plopper apparently, and the legs just
Oh,
sit there and do
Jeremiah
this.
Giles. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, Jeremiah. Listen, it's been a long day, dude. I had the Pickens County Fire Inspector in here very early this morning.
I
We
got
gotta-
a guy who can do that for you.
Well, he did it. So
Nah, that's a
that's a good
different
thing
guy.
is we have passed our fire inspection. And so
Yeah,
now all we got to do is get that final little license and we can put the thing up. But anyway, okay, so we're good with fantasy.
Fantasy.
Password equals what?
The password is capital Fish and then capital NGA.
Look at pork taco.
There you go, Pork Taco. Tell him how it is,
He is
buddy.
amazing.
Hey, pin that. Never mind. He's already pinned it up there.
Paul's great.
Paul's the man.
Paul knows
Josh
what he's
just needs to sit back, put his hard hat on with his little safety vest, and
The safety vest.
kind of
Let's get- oh
spectate.
my goodness. Let's get Josh a neon safety vest.
Yeah, neon yellow safety vest.
He'll love that. All right. So anyway, I promise you we're going to talk BFLs. We've gone along a little bit longer than what I thought on the other stuff, but it's still, we got to give away something here. And so it is time once again for Blake's poetic reading. Poetic reading. And again, once again, here's how we play this game. We have given Blake a song. He's not going to read the chorus, and he's not going to read it to the beat of the actual song itself. What you have to do, and to show me this, because I done forgot the song we picked.
No, you don't get to see it.
How can I announce the winner?
Okay.
Oh, I remember what it is
Yeah.
now. I got it. Okay, so yeah, because Josh is one of the Josh, I need to know who sees it. Okay, so all right.
You ready?
Now here, hold on a second. Now here's the thing.
What's the prize
I'm
tonight?
gonna tell you in a second. I promise you, those of you that have won this award the last couple of episodes, I did write your name and address down. I'll get your stuff out. I promise you.
There
Listen.
ain't no way you've been that busy to be this far behind.
Yeah, dude, I suck.
He's lying, guys.
No, I'm that far behind.
The suck part's true. The suck part is true.
But listen,
haven't gotten my stuff from the tarpon question.
when did we ask the tarpon?
That was a
question?
month ago. Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Hey,
Now
Saturday
you've
night.
got it. Now you've got him running a computer for you, and you still can't.
That's
give him
actually
nothing.
the award. He just doesn't know it.
Hey, welcome to the team,
All right.
Paul. Welcome to the
I let
team.
Paul run it. So anyway, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I promise you. See, Nathan, I always get Nathan because he used to win like every week, and now I think he just doesn't play. So
Is
it's
that the
fair.
computer
for those-
guy who sat there and probably had like 5 keyboards all around?
No, he's just smart, dude.
Oh, okay.
He's just smart. But Nathan will tell you, I gave him everything he ever won. So I promise you, Eric Payne. I meant to tell you, Eric Payne, if you're watching this, I don't have your address, bro. I need your address. So please message it to me. If you have sent it before, I'm sorry, but do it again. So yeah, mine sent. Listen, my daughter won. You know, Tatum won last week.
Do you not give her the hat?
I got it to mail it to her. She's coming home this weekend. I
was
already
gonna
bought
say-
the postage. I'm mailing
I
it
was
to
going to
Barry.
say what they asked about the note that
No,
we sent him.
Blake wrote him a little love letter or something like that.
Oh, y'all gonna love
You're
it.
gonna love it. So
You're
anyway,
gonna love
again,
it.
you got to name the artist
And
and the song. Okay, the artist and the song. First one that does it will win. I'll give you something.
I don't know what it is, but I'll give you something.
You will get your stuff. I got mine, but yes, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. One thing too, Mason Waters Heating and Air. I'm glad that Nathan brought that up. My son wants Mason. My son wants a tan hat, a Waters Heating and Air tan hat. He's been bugging me for a month and a half for one. So I asked it. That's all I can do. So, are you ready to do the song of the week?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
You
Now,
want-
hey, listen.
You want to do this one since you like it so much?
No,
You sure?
because
We ain't eating that, right?
well, guys, here's the backup.
Oh,
I got some
God.
pork brains in a can right here.
Oh, God.
But I was gonna make the guys eat these pork brains. But
Josh,
nobody
can you go get us
wants
a trash
to eat 'em.
can. If Josh can find us a small trash can, we might pass it around.
You gonna try it first?
I won't be first.
I tell you what.
You try.
Here's your
I'll
choice.
pass it
I tell you
right
what. Here's
on
the,
by.
wait a second. Here's the prize. I'll either give you a $25 gift card to the store, or we eat the pork brains. Your choice.
Y'all eat the pork brains.
Huh?
Yeah, you and
Don't drag me into this.
big boy over
Huh?
here can eat.
Big
We
pork
will
boy?
try
What
the
you
pork
saying?
brains. Big boy.
Hey, I've
Listen,
got my
you
top
this.
button
That Monday
unbuckled.
starter set's tight. That's all I'm gonna tell you right now. It's tight.
Not.
It's tight. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's tight. So
hell.
anyway, you get your choice. You either get
These are brand
$25
new
or
overalls.
Blake or Blake eats the pork brains.
Blake. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go.
All right.
All right. So here's the song. Here we go. Let's play.
All right. Quiet on the set. Yeah. I did my time and I won't out. So occlusive fade. It doesn't cut. The soul is not so vibrant. The reckoning. The sickening. Packaging.
You're great, dude. Keep going.
Packaging subversion. I can't read.
Subversion.
Subversion.
He didn't even have the paper over. He could see it.
Go drill your deserts. Go dig your graves. That fill your mouth with all the money you will save. Sinking in. Getting smaller.
Oh, we got a winner. We got a winner. We got a winner.
Yep, there he is.
Nick Club Dot Fishing.
There it
Psychosocial
is.
by
At
Slipknot.
least we know some people.
Taylor
know that
Smith. There you go.
There
yeah,
you
there you
go.
go. So here they're all
Free
coming.
bird.
Freebird. Freebird is a default answer for everybody.
I'm glad we got some good rock music finally.
I don't.
That's
It's
what
not
I've been
Van
saying.
Halen, but it's okay. It's
Good
okay.
music.
Now, so who won that again? Where's he at? His name is Nick something. What?
Hey, they
Here's your choice.
listen. They make some real good custom jigs.
Nick Club does.
No, you make some real good.
I
custom
do.
jigs
So you get. Let's. You either get $25
on jigs.
on jigs. I'll
That's-
give you
that is-
$25 in True Grit jigs, or Blake has got to eat the pork brains.
It's not Blake. It's everybody. It's not just me.
Blake's got to eat the pork brains.
It's everybody. We did not agree to just me.
But you started off.
I don't know. I might fight you for that one.
Fight me for what?
We
You
gotta wait.
just you.
So we'll wait
I'll
and
get
see.
up and leave.
No, we'll wait and see what he wants to do. You want $25 in jigs, or you want somebody
Shit, I'll
pork
take the
brains?
jigs.
And I think what we'll do is, if it doesn't get eaten this time, we'll just keep it. You're supposed to cook it with scrambled eggs. You're supposed to eat with scrambled eggs.
Shit ain't even cooked.
I think it's cooked. I think you just warm it, son. Listen,
you want some?
it's
Hell no.
pork.
Hell yeah.
Listen. I'll pay $25 to see Blake eat them. There you go. We might need to
No,
do this for the
no.
Wounded Warriors thing.
Why
Man,
does
I
it
take
always
the
come
jigs.
down to me?
At Derek White, eat them
Why do I always have to be the guinea pig?
because you're the whole man on totem pole.
You got Paul working here now.
Yeah,
Paul's been here for
he's behind the
a
camera.
week. I've been here for like 3 months.
All right, so listen, are you going to eat? Listen, it's not bad with eggs. Oh, Lee, I can see you eating them. Lee's old country boy.
Hell, I am too,
So
but I
anyway,
ain't
so
no
it's
good, bro.
whatever Nick, whatever is, what was it? I started saying Nick Chubb because I'm thinking football. Where's he at? Scroll back on up there. Freddie Haley, George Jones. All right, Nick Club Fishing. You need to let us know right now. You got the right answer. We'll keep going. We'll go on with this thing. You can choose. We can either eat the pork brains, Blake, or
You said we.
but you first,
No.
and then
Hell no.
yeah, Blake. See, I told you. Look at the whole say Nathan. You're Robin and Danny is Batman. I told you that upstairs one day. I am Batman and you're Robin. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Derek White, who is okay. Go ahead with the brains, Nick says. Oh, yes, this is gonna be great. But anyway, Derek White said if you eat the whole can, he'll take you fishing, and he's been absolutely tearing them up on Lanier lately. So while they go find a can, this is gonna be absolutely beautiful. Let's talk to BFLs a little bit on Lanier. All right. So what was your game plan, Jonathan, going into the tournament itself?
My game plan was going to be just doing some cranking, a rig, moving stuff. I was looking for that moving bike going into the pre-spawn. I thought weeks prior we had that little bit of a warming trend that would have pushed the fish kind of towards the backs of the pockets, and it just wasn't there. So backed out and started dragging a 3.3 Kayak on the bottom and some channel swings, and found one, stayed down there for another hour and a half and said the heck with it, went north, and that's where we ended up.
So you started south and you went north.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Pinkston, how about you? What was your plan going in?
I really didn't have much of a plan. I just kind of
There you go. Right.
I just went to kind of run my usual February winter type stuff and kind of see what I could get. And
right.
I didn't get much.
Well, did you start south? Or,
I started off around 4 Mile Creek,
right.
kind of in that little stretch.
What's your
with
usual
a jerk
winter time?
bait. I like bluffs with a jig or a shaky head or
Right.
something like that.
So you're
a lot of rock.
a lot of rock. So you're okay. You're targeting that. And so when you found out at 4 Mile that wasn't working, did you travel? Did you make some
I
runs?
ran
Or
around quite a bit.
gotcha. If he eats all the brains, I'll drive up to the store and buy jigs. Hey, listen, there you go. Eric, it is a sharp looking hoodie. And let me tell you this. So Rebecca Thurman made us a few of these. I brought some spoons. I knew I was going to make him eat them things. Look at that. So she did. She made these. I'm just going to show you the front. Was it? I can't even read. So live to work, live to fish, forced to work. But on the back, got this pretty cool little. I don't know if anybody see my backside. First, can you see my butt, or am I showing this?
You got it.
I'm good. There you go. All right. Nobody wants to see my backside. They're pretty awesome. Actually, they're very comfortable. Paul definitely has to eat the brains. Paul, Rebecca says you need to eat the brains. What is Blake doing? Is he preparing his stomach or what?
The 5-gallon bucket out of his truck.
I was going to say he
He's
may
getting
have
fired.
cranked and left.
Listen, he's not. If he don't come back, he's fired. All right. So the more brains you have, the smarter. I'm gonna close this because if he does projectile vomit, if he does really let it go,
I'm going to hold on to the back of his seat so he faces the other way.
this is gonna be great. This is absolutely great. All right. So you went as a boater though.
Oh yeah.
You both of you were boaters.
Boater.
All right. So how about your co-anglers? Y'all get good co-anglers or
Nice guy.
nice guy? Do you know what he was
We
doing?
both struggled. He got a bite and broke off, and I had a bite and caught one, my only keeper. So it was just once that water temperature gets in the 40s, I mean, that's kind of like my kryptonite.
Right.
I struggle because I tend to fish too fast, too shallow, and it's just
my goodness.
things just don't do well for me when
Gotcha.
the water's that cold.
He did return. All right, he did return. So let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Now, Derek White said if you drink all of these, or if you eat all these, he'll take you fishing. Listen, no.
I can take myself fishing.
Yeah, but you can't Derek Whitefish.
I don't care. I can take myself.
You can't
fishing.
Derek Whitefish. So can we get I want to get.
This was supposed to be all of us.
We're just gonna make it cheap.
No, if it's only me, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that if it's only me. I'm not. I'm not.
All right, so
I'm not.
That doesn't look very good.
Oh my god.
huh? Dude, it's just. I mean, come on, it's just pork brains. Mama didn't raise no poon here, buddy.
I can't do it.
Huh?
Oh, look at him lick the damn lid.
Watch your mouth, Derek White. Derek White.
Sweating, dude.
Dude,
I'm sweating.
Listen, Blake is weak.
I'm sweating, dude.
Blake,
I'm clammy.
watch this. I want to go fishing with Derek White.
Go ahead. Eat it all, Daddy.
Hey, listen, this is actually pretty good.
It didn't eat it.
All right, so y'all talk about
Eat
the BFL while I eat these
Eat it.
brains.
So how'd it go? Here, Danny.
I don't need that, son. Son,
How'd
you know
it
what
go?
it tastes like?
No, I don't
Tastes like
want
banana sausages.
I don't like Vienna sausages.
Straight savage. That's right, baby. Yeah. Listen, I got a gut like a billy goat. This ain't
Ugh,
nothing. You're just
starting to get the smell.
you don't like it.
No.
Listen, from your history and what I've heard about you, you're gonna fuss about that smell. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
That's
But
all
are
right.
you serious?
You know,
Yeah, it's all relative.
it's
right?
relative. Yeah.
You gonna take one bite?
Just looking at that makes me want to puke.
Just nothing but ground up pork brains. All right, come on with the show. Keep going.
How'd it go? Beginning of the day for me, it was pretty tough.
Blake's gonna throw it. He ain't even doing it. I can do both of this. Good, Greg. Go on.
I asked him how it went
And then you went.
because I'm looking at you eating brains like it ain't nothing.
You realize you just blew Paul's ears
I
out.
don't care. Paul volunteered. Give me some nuts. The hell of them brains.
They're gonna pass
them
up
back here laughing.
What was Rebecca's offer, real quick? I'm spitting brains all over the place. Go back. I'll say I'm in for $5 for each person who eats brains for fishing with warriors.
Oh.
So listen,
That's what the cause. You're gonna eat them for that, right?
I guess I
it ain't
for
nothing.
that.
Don't listen. I'll
You
get
only
you.
got the 3 spoons?
I'll just.
We got
lower
plenty of
$5.
spoons.
Hey, I already gave my money.
That's for a different one.
No, it's not. That's the same thing.
Oh, good. Now look at you. You're about to throw up, ain't you?
Give it to him.
He's about to throw up. You gonna eat it? It ain't bad. Come on.
Bring it to me.
Oh God.
Look, I got stuff everywhere.
Paul, what are you doing?
I've ate about everything.
Paul, are you doing
I
this?
don't know.
No.
That's not bad, guys. Seriously, it's just pork brains. It's not really bad. You'll once you taste it, you go, oh, that ain't bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Deviled meat.
Right, well,
That's
look,
what it tastes like.
y'all ain't got enough spoons to pass around. It's
Yeah,
COVID
what a
season.
shame.
Look right there
Mm.
at the $1.99 spoon.
Blake ain't got no nuts. Damn it. He's got plenty. I got a whole bag right in front of him. Oh, almost a party foul. Come on,
Party
Blake.
foul.
Come on.
Save.
Come on. You'll like it. Just one time.
I don't even
Listen,
like gravy.
Listen, you puke in my studio.
Give me my bucket. I went out to my truck and got that bucket for a reason.
You puke in my studio.
Gummit.
Listen, I'm not.
Gotta
gonna-
go.
No.
Drink the
Gotta
juice. You
I
got
just
your
want
what?
to throw my spoon away.
Hey, listen, I'll drink the juice. Drink it.
Dude, it smells like
Don't
it
cuss.
smells like-
Don't cuss. Don't
it's-
cuss. Don't cuss.
it's-
Don't you cuss. Don't you cuss. You watch it. All right.
dude, it smells like cat food.
That's what I thought.
It smells like straight cat food. Like wet cat food. Shut up, Paul. I'm done. I'm done after this. I ain't doing nothing else. You
You shut
shaved
everybody
you,
off.
You shaved my head.
You're wet cat. He's really gonna throw up.
You know what I need to get that taste out of my mouth?
What's that? You need some of Steve's
Some of
nuts.
Steve's delicious nuts.
I can't. I can't.
Oh, that's
I
a-
can't.
oh, you big sissy.
I am.
Hey, Rebecca, here you
Dude,
go. Here you go.
It's straight cat food.
Mm.
All right, how many people did it?
All right,
So
so
maybe
I
you-
did it. I did it. Blake didn't do it.
2.
No.
He donated. He did it. So
I
three
did
of
it.
us.
Three
So
of them.
we'll make sure we get the money. We'll make sure we get the
That's
money.
$15.
That's great. That is absolutely great.
My ass is
That's
Really
great.
great
Now
night
listen.
to be here.
All right, good. So I'm gonna continue eating these things because I find it pretty good.
All
To
it
be
is
quite
is
honest.
like the potted meat.
Potted meat's what it tastes like.
It's got peckers in it, boys.
Hey, I know what
It's off a movie. Don't even start with me. Sling Blade. You know, I remember they said it got peckers in it. Don't say that, boy.
Okay, your mustard. Just say the mustard jokes. Well, it's 9 o'clock, so everybody should be in bed by now anyway. So,
Appreciate Nathan's comment. Somebody's got to bring a little decorum in class.
it's bad when you're the classiest person in here.
Just the smell, dude. Just the smell lingering across the table. It's like wet cat food, man.
It's all right. That's what we'll eat next week.
No way.
All right, so anyway, all right, let's get back to being serious because this is going downhill. But actually, I do find roast pork brains with milk gravy to be pretty good. I mean, that's good stuff, dude. All I need is a little liverwurst and an onion, and I'd be set, dude. It's just like deer camp stuff.
No, it ain't.
I hope
I'm
it's
eating
good.
better than that.
No, Tracy, we ain't going there. So anyway, how's Nottely going to fish after this warming trend real quick?
We didn't even talk about the BFL.
We will talk about it, but let's get on there real quick.
You're
Guy
gonna
asked
go
the
for a
question.
big glide bait.
He asked the question.
Nottely's going to act. It's going to turn on really quick, especially in the south facing pockets. If you can find a south facing pocket that's right off the river channel, you'll be able to get rich really quick with some big fish. I've caught last year. I think I caught 2 over 8 right about this time of year in a south facing pocket that we had a small warming trend that pushed the fish shallow.
Right.
And the pre-spawn bite started, and the big ones will push shallow first.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. How about, okay, so I'm in the wrong deer camp. That's right. I've been in deer camp with Mace before. All right. So now let me get back to that. Okay.
He's
So
eating
appreciate-
that like he enjoys it.
I do enjoy it. It's
It actually wasn't that
pretty
bad. I like potted meat.
good. It wasn't that bad if you like the stuff I like. But anyway, all right. So Nottely was slow Sunday. I support a musician who blames the instrument there, Justin. That's all I'm saying. All right. Anyway, so let's get back to the BFL real quick, though. Because I know a lot of people want to watch that. First of all, now your game plan was you said jigs and
Well, I started off with a jerk bait because we had some wind down lake and that wasn't happening. So I just ran to another point and jerk bait and worm and jig, and then I went back into a couple of creeks and fished some bluffs, and I just really couldn't get anything going.
did you try the ditch bite?
A
Or you
little,
just not
a
a
little
ditch
bit. I've tried it a little bit.
Okay, just
And
what
dropped on them and all that, but like I said, water temperature in the 40s, I'm just like,
it just hits
it
you.
just doesn't.
Where's the BFL going next? Where's the next one that you're
I
fishing?
think we're going to jump in for the Oconee one.
Now, what will be now? Is that more suited to your game, to your style of fishing?
Well, I think they're going to be more pre-spawn, middle of March.
Right.
So I think they're going to be up. Plus, it's predominantly largemouth. So we'll see.
Is that now? Do you enjoy fishing for that better than you do for like spots on Lanier during the cold weather?
I'm pretty versatile. I can do both.
You can do both. Okay. What about you now? When you found out that your pattern was just not working, you start stressing. What are you trying to do?
Well, first things first is not getting my head. If I get in my head, then I really do suck.
I think that's everybody.
But
They're good, man.
I've got people Facebook messaging me right now saying that you're making them sick the way you're eating it. Literally, Facebook messaging me saying you're making people sick. You're like,
That's some good brain.
Hey, that's some good brains. It's all right.
But when my pattern didn't turn out, like the week before I was up there pre-fishing, and I had 16, 17 pounds
Right.
and 8 holes that I ran. I'd catch a fish, leave, go find a same area, try and fish it, and catch another one, leave. Had 16, 17 pounds.
Right.
Well, when I ran it Saturday, wasn't there.
Right.
Left. The cold front had either pushed the bait out or they were still there, but they were hunkered down on the bottom and I couldn't get them to bite.
Gotcha.
But after that, we ran north and only gave ourselves about an hour and a half, 2 hours up north. And the co-angler that I had actually
You're actually a good
friends
friend of
with
mine.
him.
Okay, gotcha.
And
He talked trash about him after it was over. He said he had a good
Actually,
time.
I didn't even know they had gotten paired up until tonight,
Till tonight? Okay, I got
right
you.
before the show.
and he had 3 holes up north that he wanted to run. I
Right.
was all open for that. I ain't gonna down somebody that wants to run some holes, so we ran them and ended up being some fish there. So
Gotcha.
we almost squeaked the limit out for both of us in about an hour and a half.
About a half right there up north and like that.
Mhm.
Now, how much pre-fishing did you actually do?
I didn't do any.
You sound like me. You're just too busy, dude.
I had a lot going on.
It is busy, and that's kind of thing that we're finding out. It doesn't matter what tournaments you fish and all that. We've got our elite tournament on Rocky, and we've got a 1 week off. I haven't pre-fished at all. We're gonna go up there and just wet the bed right there.
Dude,
So
you haven't been on the lake since Lanier.
been busy, been working.
That is true.
That is
And
true.
has a
Been
lot
working.
to do with it. I mean, a lot of the younger guys, a lot of the local guys that are consistently in the money. I mean, they're always there Saturday, whatever's going on. They're
Mhm.
on the lake all the time. And as you get older and you're have more responsibilities and that
Right.
kind of thing, you don't really necessarily have the time to put into it. But
That's true.
I do it because I enjoy it.
Right. And listen, guys, if you got any questions for these guys about the BFL or anything else for that matter that we can repeat on there, feel free to put it in the comments. One of the things I tell you that I enjoyed was actually watching the live weigh-in and watching all the people come up. So as you're coming to the ramp, knowing that you didn't have the best day, I mean, still, what's it feel like to walk up and weigh in on one of those things?
It was a whole different experience. That was actually my first weigh in at a BFL.
Oh, okay.
So
how
I've
was it?
been
Was you
wanting to-
nervous?
A little nervous.
Right.
Knew I didn't have the best bag in the world, but knew I wasn't going to be last. So
That's true. That's true. How about you?
Well, it was something I always wanted to do since I went to a bass weigh-in on Lanier back in, I guess, 93, 94.
Right.
So getting an opportunity to do that, I've kind of been real fortunate over the years to continue to be able to do it. And typically if I fish that Lanier tournament, it's usually the only one I'll fish in that division. So if I don't have a very good catch, I'll just throw them back and go. But my mom likes to watch.
Likes to watch. I got it. I
So-
got it. I understood that.
And I was boat 12, which I don't think helped a whole lot because it seemed like as the weigh-in progressed, the guys in those later flights
Yeah.
definitely
Had to
Had
better.
that more
Yes.
heat up on the lake.
yeah,
Oh.
it helped me out a lot.
You were in a later flight? Yes. 'cause
Mhm.
you had that-
I was boat 126, so we were flight 6 or something like that. So we didn't come in till 4:45.
I mean, by about 1 o'clock, it wasn't all that bad.
No.
Right.
What time did you blast off?
I got you there,
then?
Paul. I'll get to
7:30.
it in a second,
So
buddy.
we blasted
you there.
off. Everybody started blasting off at 7:30, and they counted one boat down until 126, and when we went, so it was about 30 minutes, 45 minutes before we blasted
That
off.
ain't
We got
really
an extra
that
hour,
ain't really that bad.
and we got an extra hour. So
Can't beat that. I've
No.
never been in that later flight anyway.
No, it was pretty,
Yeah, that
it was pretty
last
cool.
flight didn't come in till what, 5:30?
5:30? I think
yeah, the
Scott
last one
Barnes
was coming
doing
in almost
5:30.
at dark.
I
Yeah.
was at home on the couch watching the rest of the weigh-in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, seriously, because you don't live far. Brian Marcus and he was actually here to watch some of it Saturday. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Scroll back up a couple of comments. I see Adam. Scroll up again a little bit more to Ron. I'm gonna do Ron's first. There's 2 comments I want to hit. Go on up there if you don't mind. Ron wanted to know about the elites. Right down there. How much of it would be iced over? I hear it's supposed to be really cold in Rome Saturday morning. We're talking about in the 20s, like low 20, like 20, maybe even the teens. I will say this: we are taking some precautions for the ramps with us. That way, the ramps don't ice over.
What y'all gonna do? Put sand on it?
Well,
Not sand, but
some rock
salt.
salt and stuff. I talked to Chris Gayton today, and he went to pick some up. So we will be prepared as far as that goes. But when it gets that cold, it's just that cold. Luckily, an electric only blast off is not necessarily quite as fast as a big boat blast off. So yeah, just that. So there we go. Hit Adam though right there. Now he's got a good question for right here. Jonathan, you said south facing pockets, which you did.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard pockets protected from the north wind are best. Is that what you're referring to?
It is, but a south-facing pocket also gets most of the sun most of the day. It warms up the fastest because it is protected from a north wind, but it also gets the most sun.
So it had less to do with wind and more to do with the amount of sun it had during that
The
day.
water temps, yes.
Okay. All right.
If you can just find water temps 2 degrees, 1 degree higher than most of the lake, that's where your fish are going to be more active and feeding.
Okay. How much? Let's see, Philip Hutchinson. South facing is consistently warmer due to seeing the sun longer during the day. Absolutely. Now, both of you guys, even though this is addressed to Jonathan, both of you, whether you did or did not, we'll start with you first. Steve, did you try the spinnerbait last Saturday, and did you have any luck with it?
I did not try spinnerbait.
You did not throw a
I
spinnerbait
threw
at
a
all?
chatterbait a little bit shallow in some dirtier water, but
No luck with that?
water temperature's 46, and I guess
I figured that little bit of a warmer trim would have helped it a little bit.
That's what I was banking on.
Okay, what about you?
I threw it for a good 3 or 4 hours. Just slow
Colorado
rolling
blade.
a double Colorado with a red kicker blade and hoping that that's what they were keying on was that red color, because it's getting close to that pre-spawn where red's starting to come into play, and
Okay.
it just wasn't there.
So Cameron McBride is answering your question too, that he threw a spinnerbait a little on Saturday, had one bite, but that's it. When do you pick up a spinnerbait much during the year, or are you a little bit different? If you do, what do you like to throw? What time of year are you really throwing your spinnerbait?
March through April.
So we're getting there. We just ain't quite there
Into the
yet.
fall.
So we're just not quite there yet.
It's
Yeah.
about to get fired up. You start
The
throwing
spinnerbait bite.
start throwing them big Colorado blades. You go find you some dirty water and you just slow roll it.
That's true. Jeremiah's got a good point too. The bottom content is also important. Darker bottom holds heat longer. Mud and rock is better than sand. So would you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that. That's why your red clay banks, especially in the North Georgia lakes,
Right.
hold fish through the winter
Okay.
because they hold heat a lot better.
Why red for pre-spawn, Nathan?
Because they're keying on crawfish.
Okay, I get that, but on a spinnerbait, or is it? Yeah, on spinnerbait. How many crawfish you see?
Well, I
flying
mean,
through right now?
fish are
I'm
stupid.
just curious.
Fish are stupid. Fish got a small brain. We just think they're smart.
We just think they're smart.
Just like Jared Swindle says.
They seem to beat me more often than I beat them, though.
Well, I've heard this more and more on more than one occasion, that crawfish have more protein than shad, and they're easier to catch than shad.
I never
That,
heard
I mean,
that.
it makes sense.
That's why the fish during pre-spawn, they're trying to get as big and fat as they can, and quickly they'll key on the more higher protein like a bluegill or
So the big guy upstairs designed them. Hey, this time of year is what you need to-
all
No,
I know,
listen,
all
I
I know
agree.
is
That's fine.
I do have. I just seen the demon color.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking for some Rapala demons, DT6s or DT10s, Field and Stream off Barrett Parkway has a ton of them in stock.
Okay,
So
there you
I'm
go.
gonna say
There
them
you go.
Sunday. If y'all need them, go down there. And get 'em.
DT Demon Crawl and an underspin with a spark shad is what I caught mine on. Yeah, and now see, and he's one of our fishing for warriors guys. How did all you guys do? Because I didn't bother to write down to everybody. I was up here tying jigs and stuff like that. So he fished. So he fished during. I mean, he fished the BFL. So that's what he caught him on. So the Demon Crawl. Go up a couple of comments, please, from him, if you don't mind. Going up, there was a question. Just I want to make sure I don't forget this. What are the fish doing at Nottely in August?
Probably spawning.
Spawning in August? Huh?
no, like any other lake, they're pulling. They've pulled off in their summer pattern. August is still too early for the fall pattern to start. They're still deep.
When do they
deep.
start lowering that lake? Because they do start a little earlier, don't they?
Around October.
Okay,
November.
so you're still at full pool.
You're still full pull.
Okay.
So most of the time in August, you're running. If you're looking largemouth, you're running backs of creeks where the largemouth, the first deep water you come to.
Right.
I've been in the backs of the creeks. If you're running spot bass, it's the deep points, humps, out there on the river swings. You're fishing drop shot. Everything you fish on most lakes, looking for those deep fish, it's just you're fishing deep. That's all it
Gotcha.
is.
Okay, when you went into, I'm going to keep going back and forth. As a
I do got a
16.
question. You know, we was talking a little bit on spinnerbaits. Trailer hook? Yes or no?
No,
If I'm not throwing it around a bunch of brush or anything, I would, but
And
No.
you're no. Why not?
I just don't like them. I get snagged up too much.
And you said around brush and stuff you don't?
I won't. But if I'm fishing down a stretcher bank, I will.
I'm 24/7 trailer hook.
See,
I gotta have
I'll
that
fish a
trailer
trailer.
hook.
I fish a trailer on my spinner baits. I fish a like a Kayak
Mhm.
or something like that, and I feel like a trailer hook gets in my way. It'll either hook the Kayak, or if I'm dragging bottom, which I like to do with a spinnerbait because I like it deflecting like a spinnerbait's what's defined or it's supposed to do.
Right.
And I get hung up too much.
I guess I'm bottom because I'll fish a trailer on it with a trailer hook.
Right. So Joey Morris has a lot in his comment, but it's basically it's about the red color and the muddy bottom, kind of giving the crawfish that color.
Yeah,
But
that's what the fire crawls come from, because
and we got them.
Because at the Bassmaster Classic,
Yep.
everybody's throwing that fire crawl color. I'm just gonna give an opinion.
Okay, here's your opinion. Just keep it clean.
It ain't gonna be dirty. You don't have to have a fire crawl color. It's that simple.
It's a marketing thing.
It's a
Hey, listen, I got a made
up.
upstairs, guys. What do you mean it don't work?
That is the
I'm just
only. That's all it is just a marketing. Crawfish are different color from lake to lake. Almost.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
the
agree
same
with
thing. People throw that fire crawl, and it's just on Gunnersville. Yeah, you can probably go to some other grass lakes and throw it. Am I going to throw a fire crawl in there? Probably not.
What about
It's a
you?
That's
it's a reaction bite.
That's all it is.
But do you throw the fire crawl in any? Do you go to the? How about
I'm
this?
more of
Do you
a
go to
fire
the
tiger, kind of in the
Right.
dirtier stained water, and some more of a shad pattern in clear water.
So let's just say that on your jigs, you're throwing a jig. What color in a stained? Let's say you go to a pocket Lanier stain. You want to throw a jig in there. What are you throwing?
I'm probably still going with green pumpkin, but it depends on the stain. I mean,
I'm
if
gonna
it's
be-
mud, then I'll black and blue.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's green pumpkin.
I'm
with
gonna be throwing the fall crawl that you make.
dip
That's
the
a good
tail
one.
in chartreuse, and
But staying with the natural.
Yeah.
Staying with the natural. What about you?
I stay with natural, but if I'm depending on the stain, if it's blown out, I'm going black and blue. If it's just got a slight stain on it, I'll go green pumpkin with a dark color like an Okeechobee
Yeah.
crawl. Or
It is, Joey. Yeah, isn't 95% of every bait a color and marketing? Yeah,
I don't know about
Absolutely.
95%, but I say about 80%.
that's a lot of it. There's a lot of it. That whopper plopper is one thing you guys are following for that market.
well, you can stay with 3 colors and catch fish consistently, and no matter what lake you go to.
Black
Right.
and blue,
That's
green,
green,
pumpkin.
brown, and black and blue. That's what Swindle says. He doesn't fought from it. He doesn't get away from it. It's black and blue, green, or brown, and he'll change it up with his trailers.
I need another Sprite. Huh? Go get me a Sprite. Go get me a Sprite. No. Blake can go get me a Sprite because he's going to throw up. Keeps looking at me. All right, Blake's doing it. All
I
right.
will kind of say though, when you're getting into the whole tournament talk and strategies and going into
Right.
all those kinds of things,
Just go ahead and lick the damn thing.
you know, it's easy to talk about what you're going to throw and all that, you know, what you're going to do and everything. But
Right.
when the time you get in the water and they blast you off, you're on the clock.
Yep. You got 100 different things.
It's like,
running through
when
your mind.
exactly do you abandon what it is you're doing
Right.
to go and do something totally different?
Mhm.
And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people that necessarily don't fish tournaments don't really understand. I mean, I didn't have a very good tournament, but there were just a lot of decisions, a lot of things that had to go right, had to go my way that
Right.
didn't.
Right.
And I've had opportunities where I've done well and cashed a few checks and things went my way. I made those right decisions. And it's a lot of a mental game more than it is just, oh, I'm throwing this color, that color, or whatever.
Right.
I mean, like you said, you went down there and worked it.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, you had to make a decision. This isn't working. Well, when you make that decision, that has a lot to do with your success in a tournament and
Thank you,
how
boss.
you actually
Right.
end up.
Yeah, that Derek White's got a good comment right there. In cold water, crawfish actually go underground. Never understood that concept, that color. That never understood that concept, that color this time of year. All right, so I tell you this, I got told too. I believe if you go back and listen to our podcast, I think it was on a podcast with Shan. He was kind of. They go in, they absorb, they feed on the, and I am going to absolutely murder this, but they feed on the. The smaller stuff.
Phytoplankton.
Phytoplankton, all them fancy words that you're supposed to learn in school. And since they're in the mud, it does help.
County education. I
Right.
didn't learn
Well,
none of that.
I was in Forsyth back when Forsyth was Forsyth, not what it is now. but they absorb that. But I will say this: he said that a juvenile crawfish will not bury. A juvenile crawfish will bury under rocks, but they won't bury down in the mud. And therefore, and I think I'm saying this correctly, therefore, when you catch a crayfish this time of year, if you look at the coloring of it, in most circumstances, if you can kind of tell if it's a juvenile or if it's an adult based upon the color. Now, I know that there's variations to all that. That's just what the guys with the books, the education say. Now, I know the guys that out on the out on the water will say a different thing. So there's a balance somewhere between those. Most lakes in Georgia have an invasive crawfish species that's red. I don't know what that is, Robbie, but please explain that. And they bury under mud as seniors. Casey Blanton, how you doing, Casey? Glad you
get him on here one night.
I'm trying to get Casey on. He's going to handle the stuff. He said he's got a few things to handle, and he will come.
Okay. I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't do it during the wintertime. Target bluff walls with a jig.
Well, I did a lot of that. I've
hey.
been doing that for years, and it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Some days you can go, if the sun's beating down on it, gets that water warm, you can absolutely smash them. And then there's some days
that was a
let
lot
Trey
of it.
in.
We had no sun.
Yeah.
Just you might want to text me. He's coming. My son's trying to get in here. We unlocked the door. So
So what did you end up doing? You said you scrapped your plans, correct?
Well, I just I hit a lot of different things, shallow, deep, staying clear, trying to find something that was prominent that I could try to run the rest of the day. And
Did you pre-fish any?
I didn't.
Okay. So
But I got enough history to where,
yeah, that's something good to help.
which
some
is good
local
and
lakes.
bad,
Yeah.
because what I
Keep it
found
off.
myself doing is things started to not work. And you look at your watch and it's like 1 o'clock and you're like, man.
I need to find
Right.
So
something
you
out.
start thinking and scrambling and trying to find something. And I found one that hit a shaky head, and I tried to duplicate that and
Couldn't find it.
couldn't find it.
Did the winning bag come from deep south, mid lake, upper lake?
South.
South.
It came from south. I'm pretty sure the guy was throwing a big, probably like a football head jig with a Kayak or something on the back of it, just dragging.
I seen. Hey, what have I been saying since I got on this podcast? But I ain't saying nothing else. Derek White just said Lanier is a heron lake. Or Paul, get your mouse off so I can read it.
there you go.
Lanier is a heron lake. Find the heron, find the spots. Tell you this, you can find them in one ditch tomorrow,
And they'll be gone.
and
the
they'll
next
be
day.
gone the next day.
That's
So
true.
if you're pre-fishing, don't count on that ditch because
But
they'll be up
is
and
that
gone.
not- but is that not true for every lake? You can catch
No.
largemouth. I don't know. So you can go to Rocky
No.
Mountain and the guy catch 28 pounds off a particular hump and go there the next day, and them things are gone.
Find a grass patch during the wintertime, there's going to be fish in it.
Find a grass patch.
Yes. Like when I'm talking on Tennessee River or something like that,
Right.
if you find grass, there's going to be fish
Well,
in it.
where's the grass on Lanier?
There's none on there.
Okay, so now we're back to we're
Got
not.
that bottom
But
slime.
you just said it don't matter what lake they'll
Well,
move.
okay, all right.
It's not any lake. I mean, heron lakes, yes, they go everywhere. You
How about
fish it.
lakes where there's a lot of shad, like a blueback, that type of lake? So all those you can
Yes.
pretty much consistently
Yeah.
say. All right, so what you're talking about,
You know,
these grass flats wherever in Indonesia or whatever you're telling us about,
Indonesia,
Tennessee.
anywhere on Tennessee River, anything like that. If you can find the grass that was there from the spring and it's decayed and dying off, the fish will hold to it
Okay.
because the bluegill will get into it and all that. And notice it there and
So
hold.
again, so what,
And you can find them from the wintertime all the way up until the summertime. You can go from throwing a rattle trap in the wintertime to it, and then you can be punching a
Yeah,
2-ounce weight.
but
in the summer.
Jeremiah's going to say exactly what I was going to say. That's a largemouth fishery that you're describing there.
Some smallmouth lakes will do the same thing. They'll
Right.
stay.
But on a spotted dominated lake, they're going to travel.
They will travel
They will follow the bait.
They'll follow the bait.
because
They're not gonna sit.
a spot is a fish that wants to eat as much as it can.
Okay. What say you to this?
Makes sense.
Kemosabe, come on.
But
Yeah.
I guess here I'm trying to keep it in the tournament perspective.
Right?
I mean, these are all kind of things you try to figure out before,
Exactly.
and it's what you do during the tournament, the decisions you make, all those different things that are going to dictate how you do in the tournament.
Right.
And
See, here's
How you react.
When did you make your decision on before Saturday where you was going to fish Saturday morning? Your first run, you got it in
made
your mind. When
pretty
did you
much
make it?
before they let us go.
So right there at the end of the, you didn't have no plan, and you said,
I had some things tied up. I saw there was a little wind. I said, well,
we're gonna
try
throw a
jerk
jerkbait.
bait.
So your decision making was based upon
The
more
game
that
the
morning.
game day decision.
game day decision than it was on any of the pre-fishing stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, what about you?
Mine went into seeing what the warming trend had been doing and what I found the week prior, knowing that if the water temps had got into the 50s, that it was going to push those herring and those threadfin back further into those pockets, knowing I could probably get them with an A-rig, a jerk bait, spinner bait, something moving. But when that heck of a cold front we had come through, pushed the bait back out, and I just couldn't get back on top of the fish. It's just, I had it set up where I was going to be fishing some stained water down lake,
Right.
but it when we got down there, it was gin clear.
So you chose poorly.
Chose poorly.
Chose poorly. You would say you chose
I
poorly.
chose poorly.
Poorly. And it happens.
It happens.
It happens to me a lot.
And
So,
so, you know, that's the bad thing about just a day tournament with them BFLs and stuff like that. I mean, you look at a lot of these bigger tournaments, you know, somebody'd have a bad day one, turn around, change everything on day two, day three. That's the bad
That's a
thing
good
about
question.
BFLs being a one-day tournament.
all right, guys, this is for all of you can all three of you can answer this question.
Yeah, I
This is
already
like
seen
from the box. How many casts will you make before moving or changing colors? And let's keep it on Lanier first, like on a lake like Lanier, because it's going to be different because it's
Depends what
I
I'm
think.
doing.
okay.
If
Well,
I'm
just typical day, just whatever.
typical day, say it's springtime, I'm gonna be throwing a jerk bait and a crankbait. This is right before, this is pre-spawn. Like they're moving up, they should be on the points and stuff like that. If I pull up to a point, I'm gonna pick up a jerk bait. I'm gonna throw it 5 times. If I don't get a bit, I'm gonna pick a bite. If I don't get a bite, I'm gonna pick up a crankbait. I'm gonna throw that crankbait about 5 times. If I don't get bit, I'm loading up and I'm gonna go 50 yards down the lake and fish the next.
All right. Okay. How about you?
I probably don't stick with it long enough. I mean,
You're quick.
I'm kind of quick, especially with spots, and they're
Yeah,
a lot more aggressive.
exactly. If I
And
pull
so-
up and they don't eat that jerk bait or that crankbait, well, I'm gonna leave because I want to find the ones that want to bite. I'm a power fisherman. I want to find them fish that are wanting to eat because I feel like y'all can dog me all you want to. The fish that are aggressive, to me, 9 times out of 10 are going to be the better fish.
And that's how I feel about a drop shot. To me, that's a reaction bite. I'll make a couple of drops. If I don't get bit, I'm on to the next one. I'm not one that's going to sit there and try to nurse them.
See, that's
Gotcha.
my
Force
problem
it.
with a drop shot. I'll sit there, and I've learned it with my live scope. I'll watch them sit there and follow that damn thing. I'll sit there and you bite it. You're sitting there looking at it. Leave those fish. If they follow it down 2 times, 3 times, and they don't eat it, you might as well leave it because it ain't going to eat it.
What about you?
Well, if it's pre-spawn or anything like that, I actually start different. I start in the backs and work my way out.
Right.
But if I'm on I pull up on a point and I throw 5 times, they're not eating the jerk bait. I'll actually throw 5 more times with a jerk bait, but I'll change my retrieve. I'll change if I'm doing a jerk straight to the boat and I'm not giving it any pauses. If they're not touching that, then I'll throw out there and put a jerk and leave it sitting for 10 seconds.
Favorite jerk bait? Because there's a lot of people that want to whine and cry about jerk bait.
Stacy 90.
Stacy 90. What are you throwing, Dave? Jerk bait.
I'm not.
You don't throw a jerk bait?
Not very often.
What about you?
I like those old pointers.
I will throw that now. The old school,
pointers
the
are
old
the-
school pointers.
That's
I
the
like.
ones we was talking about like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
right?
the old
A
school.
lot of people get
That-
strappers on them. Big ones.
Well, Lucky Craft came out with some smaller ones. You know, it had different sizes, and they came out. And I forget the color, but it was a bone pearl type color.
I always like
And-
their ghost minnow.
Yeah, and those. Now, I didn't mind throwing them. Some of these other ones, I think it can get gimmicky. But
I
I'm not
throw-
crazy on it.
I throw the 6 cents jerk baits, but I also like the Rick Clun jerk baits a lot. I feel like they've kind of got a mega bass motion
Right,
to them,
right?
and they're cheap. They're between that. I think they're that $7 to $10 range. They got some
Right.
decent colors. They've got a really nice pearl white color.
Okay.
But the Rick Cluns and the 6 cents is the jerk baits that I throw.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stacy 90. If I'm going to go shallow, then I'll go to the pointer, or I actually fish the Raffle, the new Raffle.
Listen, I'm still old school.
You still like him Raffle?
Jerk bait to
sheds?
me is that
Yeah.
old fashioned Raffle that was still sit on top of the water and you pop it and come up and just blow the daylights out of it. Where I'm, and this is just me, I'm not comfortable once the jerk bait starts going down and I can't see it. To me, the jerk bait was always a vision bite growing up. I mean, I was a farm pond guy. You jerk that thing, it was just like any top water, just like the whopper plopper and all that. You want to see the swirl or the bass bust the top. And then I guess just in my mind, once it gets down where I can't see it, I lose that sense of feel. So I
I
don't
want to ask
know.
y'all this because I know we've got a good panel of some sticks. I don't know about Danny,
That's okay.
but we got these two
Go
guys.
through you.
I remember growing up in farm ponds, I could go throw a broke back minnow by Rapala.
Broke back.
Listen.
Imagine you brought that up.
Listen, could I take an old school broke back minnow out of my old tackle box, put some new hooks on it? Could I go over to the Lanier and smash them on it?
Well, yeah, if they're up top.
What
Depends
color?
on time of
What
year.
color?
Hell, I thought Rapala only made one broke back minnow color. It's got like the silver bottom or the
Well,
brown or black back.
they make a brown
Yeah, they
brown
make-
trout too.
They make several,
Make
but that is the
Fire
main one.
tiger.
I figured them
I say
things come.
yes.
I figured them things come up, and I've thought about it for years. I
You
just haven't
go-
done it.
You
I
go
thought-
up there and just hold your rod tip up and just creep that thing back.
I
Let that
figured
thing
they'd
wake
kill
on
it.
top of it. They'll come up.
I'm
and
talking about the
smash
small
it.
one, like it's about like that big.
They'll come up.
That's
and
what I figured.
smash
I'm gonna have to try that out this spring. We might have to go do
We
a
might,
video on that.
the banjo minnow. That's what
listen.
he's fishing right there.
Hey, that fish that's mounted on that wall right there. I know. Well, y'all can't see
You
it.
see its mouth.
Hey, that come off a broke back minnow. And I was like 8 years old, and I thought I'd done.
It come off Brokeback
I
Mountain.
thought
up
I'd
here,
done.
right here.
Oh, shut up, Dan.
It's just Brokeback Mountain's right here. What's the name of this?
Marble Hill,
Marble Hill. It's all a
Hay
mountain.
Ridge Road.
Pea Ridge Road. Brokeback. Okay, I'm just clarifying for people out there. They just need to know where we're at.
No, I don't want
Actually-
people knowing where I'm from and
Huh?
where I live at.
Well, they know, son. Second they see you, buddy, it's there. Don't you worry about that. They can spot you a
You
mile
saying
away.
something's wrong with me? Do I need to change?
No, I just say you're
Do I need
Marble
to go
Hill.
under some plastic surgery or something? Is that what you're saying?
You may. That's a
What
personal
needs to
issue.
change?
What
My
needs
teeth?
to change? No, your teeth are good. You need your haircut. I know it's too long. It needs a haircut. You're due for a haircut, son. Look at that.
I got a haircut.
And you gotta learn
yesterday.
how to pronounce orangutan.
I got a haircut.
Say
yesterday.
orangutan.
Orangutan.
There we go. We got it down now.
Say
Okay.
rip rap.
Rip rap.
Riff raff.
Riff raff.
Hey, I'm a riff raff.
Riff raff.
It ain't
But
rip rap.
listen,
It's riff raff.
what I'm talking about, I remember the old broke back ones but I always liked it was about like a 7-inch.
I've seen those at
The old school.
Walmart. They're like
Yeah.
$5.
And I've caught more fish on one of those than all these $20 ones that they sell now.
Well,
But
those fish don't know they're in Lake
Brokeback
Lanier.
Rapalas, I've
That's
actually
true.
caught an
That
eight
is
and a
true.
half off of it
That
in
is
the back
true.
of a pocket, waking it. Like
you know,
I
he just
said
made a
that.
good point.
What?
You're talking about whether you could catch those fish in Lake Lanier. And what did you say?
I said the fish don't know they're in Lake Lanier.
Yeah, that's true.
mean,
They're wet, dude.
I mean,
It's
these
it's
baits
just-
are designed to catch fish.
I just remember growing up, like, this is the thing, guys, and I'll tell y'all. I hated fishing when I was growing up.
That's what your daddy said.
I absolutely hated bass fishing. All I wanted to do was deer hunt. I deer hunted. I got real big into duck hunting. Got tired of duck hunting. Got out of high school, and I was like, well, hell, what do I want to do now? I bought a boat. Had a boat. First year I bought a boat, I started bass fishing. And that was when I was 18. I'm 25, so I ain't been doing it too long. But I mean, I'm absolutely hooked to it now. That's all I
Are
care
we
about
writing
doing.
your autobiography right now? What are we doing here?
No, I'm just
Where-
saying.
where is this going?
It ain't going nowhere. I'm
That's
just
what I'm
saying.
saying. That's just-
Like, I've learned a lot in the few years that I've been doing this.
you
Like,
have. That's what happens when you spend time on the water. You learn.
hey, you need to spend
And
some more
that's the
time
key
on the
to
water.
it.
Nah, man.
You got to be on the water.
Yeah. See, back before I got married and got divorced and everything, I was
Oh,
on
here
the,
we go. Now we're
no,
really writing the
listen,
biography.
listen. This is when you want to learn how to fish good. Be on the water 3 to 4 days a week, and you'll learn a lot.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And I was fishing every day I was off work.
Eric,
See.
I think Eric Payne just asked a question about Nottely.
Hey, listen, Eric Payne, dude, first, before we do anything, please message me your address so I can send you your packet. I got you some stuff upstairs. All right, now go ahead.
What does it say?
Do I need to read it?
Nottely
Nottely
up the
upriver.
river, the dairy farm. Do the willows or grass ever come into play?
Yes.
There's grass on that lake.
They're not much. It's not
not like
your,
a grass
it's not your
island.
hydrilla or
Okay.
nothing like that. It's just it's where the grass has grown before the lake had made it up, and it's just shallow enough to where it's still living. It hadn't killed it out. The willows play in spawn and after spawn and post spawn. Those fish will move back out off of that and those flats from them creeks, and they'll post up on that river ledge right off the willows, and you can catch some tanks that time of year.
I'm sorry. There's just, we got some comedians. in
No,
there.
there is a story. I fished an Altoona tournament one night, and he brought up dark, stormy night.
Right.
I fished an Altoona tournament on a Wednesday night, and me and Jacob ended up winning it. But that's the scaredest I've ever been on a lake. We was fishing a bluff wall and come out from the bluff wall.
Mm-hmm.
Wind was blowing about 50. Hardest rain I've ever seen. I was in my little 15-foot nitro back, and I thought I was somebody. Dude, It was like 10 o'clock at night. That's the hardest rain I ever seen, biggest waves I ever seen. I crawled up in the floorboard and I made Jacob drive my boat. I was that scared. Scared the daylights out
Well,
of it.
considering you
I had
had
a-
pork brains, I can see it.
I had a storm on Blue Ridge turn
I'm
my
done with this
18.
guy. I don't think I'm coming back.
Well, listen, that's okay, baby. I know you will be.
I had a storm on Blue Ridge turn my bass boat around. The wind was blowing so hard.
Are y'all done with the autobiographies now? Can I continue with this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, seriously,
are we
can
doing
do a bit-
questions?
We're going to do some questions because, my God, you're taking the show and making it into. I'm about to cry.
What am I?
What are
You
you?
called me the designated co-host.
I called you Robin to my Batman.
Okay, that makes me the co-host.
Batman. I mean,
can
Robin
have-
didn't
I
talk.
I can talk a little bit.
Batman,
Batman, help.
Yes, Nottely is down.
Nottely
right
is
now.
down right
About
now, yes.
14 feet right
Yeah,
now.
it's not supposed. I mean, when's it start coming back up?
It'll be May before they start. Really
So it comes
bringing
up for
back
3
up.
months. Y'all get 3 or 4 good months of fishing, and then they pull it back down.
That's right.
Why?
Well,
It's
April,
TVA,
or April. I say April, early April.
Is
They'll
it
start bringing it back up.
Is Nottely a power lake?
It's a TVA lake. It's a flood lake.
So it could rise at any time, come back
Mhm.
down. Okay.
But now do they generate any power out of it?
Yes,
They
It's
do
a-
get it, but that's
yeah.
not the reason for it.
No,
it's like that.
it's a flood regulation lake. It's just like Blue Ridge and Chattooga, all TVA lakes. They
Look at
drain
that.
them.
Jeremiah said,
They're trying to find your coach, trying to find somebody to take your job down there. Chris Nation is putting out the
Jeremiah said, don't
Vanna
put,
White.
Jeremiah
Oh,
said,
You're Vanna White to my Pat Sajak. That's right.
Yes, Poteet Creek is open. It has enough on it, and if the one at the dam you're talking about, the one that's gravel, it should still be open because it's pretty deep water right there.
Okay.
you fish Chattooga a good bit. Let me ask you this. You fishing not I'm jumping questions. I apologize. You said you fishing Nottely and all that. When does and this I've struggled with this past 2 or 3 years. I've missed it. I hit it real good one year. When does the spawn start to happen on Blue Ridge, Nottely, and Chattooga? I've always been told that it's after Lanier. Is that true or false?
It is true.
A week,
Not-
a
not-
week
Hold on
after,
a
a month
second.
later,
When does the spawn come in on Lanier? Because let's set the
end of March,
let's set the
April.
baseline right here.
Into April.
Yeah.
Late March into April.
Depends on the weather on Lanier because a lot of
Yeah,
them
it's all
big
water
females will
temperature.
come up quick.
Okay.
But see, the reason it does come in after Lanier is those lakes are so far down.
What do you mean,
Because
Dale?
they start raising the water level, so those fish will stage, get ready to spawn, and then they'll put 5 feet on top. of
So
them. Then they have to get back up again, stage
So
again.
they're just staging. Okay, let's get it.
so
over
you're
with.
you're
Okay, I
saying
got you.
what? Mid-April hit them?
Early April, mid-April.
Because I seen the biggest largemouth I've ever seen. I seen her up on Chattooga and she was cruising the bank. She had her eyes were like softballs.
Mhm.
I over exaggerated, but
If
she was giant.
if you're up on Chattooga, Nottely, or Blue Ridge in early April to mid-April, go. I mean, just you're burning
Pockets.
water,
Yep.
hit pockets, and you're burning something just to piss them off.
Right. So it's reaction.
Language.
Oh, listen, look at Blake. Okay. All right. So listen. All right. So we got 20 minutes left. We're getting ready to round robin this thing. All right. You ready?
Oh, so we burning questions?
We're gonna burn some questions.
All right.
So
You seen this segment?
I have.
okay. So we're gonna start with you. We'll go to Blake. We'll go to you, and we'll end with me.
Okay.
Worst bait you ever used?
Come back to me on that one.
Oh, man, like you're the first one. I mean,
All right,
don't
whopper
let the-
plopper.
There you go. There you go.
Bullshad swim bait.
Ooh.
I will knock a bullshad swim bait. I've thrown that thing for
Ooh. Everybody knows a whopper plopper sucks.
I've
but that-
I've thrown a bullshad for 5 years. Have not caught a single fish. I can catch a fish on any other swim bait, but I've yet to catch one on a bullshad
Ooh,
swim
wow,
bait.
Mr. Booker, if you're watching tonight, you know,
I
love you.
apologize. Hey, they're great. They are great looking baits, but I cannot catch one
Yeah.
on a
So
bullshad.
it's a poor musician who blames this instrument.
But I can catch them on other swim
I
baits.
got you.
so.
Okay. Hey, fair enough. And I'll get you a question real quick, Michael, right after he answers this.
Banjo minnow.
You actually fished with the banjo minnow? You
When
ordered
I
the banjo
when I
minnow.
first started fishing
Okay.
and fishing competitively,
Like
I
James my
ordered the
answer.
banjo minnow, thinking it might be better than a fluke.
You ordered the
I was
banjo
wrong.
I'm looking up what a banjo minnow is right now. You find
Did
next
you
question.
order a banjo
No,
minnow?
Bill Dance back in the day used to advertise when he would do his shows, and he had a Porco. it was a long string of pork.
Right. Yeah. I got you. I mean, now we're talking
And-
old school back then.
And I would have to say that was probably
The porco?
The porco was probably the worst.
I got you. So I saw a question from Michael Temples. It's kind of like that. Anyone ever fish the big spots on Lake Burton?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's take a couple.
Bill, fluke, any kind of reaction bait up there, and trout colored stuff works extremely well up there because of the hatchery that sits right on the lake.
Right. What about this time of year? So specifically this time of year, if I'm going to Burton tomorrow, what am I throwing? What are you throwing if you're going to Burton tomorrow?
If I'm going to Burton tomorrow, I'm throwing an A-rig, I'm throwing some type of jerk bait or a spoon.
Don't ask me because I've been one time caught one fish, but it was a 4-pound spot on a spill.
Okay. What about you? You gonna give up your
What was the
secrets?
question? I wouldn't go because I got to work. I mean, these guys
Yeah,
got
that's
work.
what I said. We got.
I'm off
That's
the
right.
next 2 days. My
What
boat's
is it
down.
with these
so
guys and all this free time?
I understand. Like
That's
that.
what's good about
Derek White, sweet bait herring, best swimming bait, best swimming swim bait. Okay, yeah, there
It
you
looks
go.
good, but I've never caught one on it.
On a sweet bait.
Yeah,
All right, next question.
All right, next question. Favorite adult beverage? We had this one last time, but it's good to hear what everybody else says.
Miller Lite,
Oh my,
simple beer.
Miller Lite.
Unless I've got company, then it's tequila.
I only bring out the good stuff when
Miller
friends
Lite.
are around.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I quit drinking Miller Lite and Bud Light because if I'd go to a party, I had to share it.
Well,
Yeah.
you just ate
Yeah,
pig
everybody else in
brain,
their
so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
man.
nothing wrong with these pig brains here.
Well,
You want
nothing
the rest of
wrong.
it?
No,
Come on.
nothing
I
wrong with
actually
Miller
thought they were
Lite.
pretty good. With a little oysters in there next time too. A Bush Light. I knew it you.
Yeah, that's class.
So we got a couple candy asses. What are you drinking there, Johnny?
What is wrong with Bush?
Depends on what the night
You can
entails.
go ahead just because I said the candy.
If
But
the-
if you
if-
drink
if-
Bush Light, it's okay.
If it's a hard night, it's Jameson Black Label.
There you go.
But if it's
What designates a hard night?
uh,
That's all right. We don't want to get to that. Yeah.
but the other night Bud Light,
Ugh.
Budweiser.
Oh God.
You might as well just be drinking prison. All right. So mine of course is Maker's Mark, and anybody out there that's associated with them, said it this way. All right. This doesn't matter whether you're okay. So this has nothing to do with your morals or anything,
Uh-huh.
whether you do or not. Let's say you have to do it. What is your favorite bed? The best bed bait for a bass.
Mm.
You got to pull one off the bed. What are you throwing?
Probably just any kind of little creature type bait, white with chartreuse.
So going with white. All right.
I am 3/8 weight pegged with a white crispy crawl. Christy crawl. A white Christy crawler. I'm gonna throw the Zoom. I can't think of their name. Some kind of bug that Zoom makes, but white.
So you're
Or-
sticking with white.
Or hey, I'll tell y'all this. A lot of people probably know this. If you're not in a tournament and you're just out bed fishing, you can't get one to bite. Take a Strike King tube in a salt color or white and stick a damn Alka-Seltzer in it, and they won't bite.
Oh, good.
Hey, but you cannot do that in a tournament. It is illegal.
You shouldn't do it anywhere.
What's wrong with it if you're out fun fishing?
You
That's
shouldn't
not illegal.
Alka-Seltzer. You
It's
shouldn't
the
pull
same
out-
thing as
listen.
throwing a regular bait, but it's just bubbling.
Yeah, you got to pull out the medicinal stuff. You know
That is
come on.
medicinal.
I know you shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to be good.
Well,
enough
I'm
to
just
not catch
saying,
it.
if
You
you're
might as well
if
put
you're
the Alka-Seltzer in a pantyhose,
if you're sitting there working
and
a
put the
10-pounder and
treble
she
hook on
ain't gonna bite,
then leave her alone.
no, I'll stick an Alka-Seltzer in a dang
Alka-Seltzer.
tube, and when it bubbles and I hit her in the nose, she'll
Oh,
bite it and I catch
my
her.
Goodness, well, that's for the guys that can't catch it. You pull out the Alka-Seltzer. How about you?
I probably a white rage crawl
All you guys saying what?
or
Why?
a
Because
hot
you can see it.
hot pink tube.
What?
Well,
Because
thank
you
you.
can see it. I think you throw. I'm telling you, still, you'll get more bedfish to buy a green pumpkin Ned rig than anything.
If you throw white, you'll just be able to see them.
I don't need it, man. I am a wizard with the
Well, you know
rod. I
what?
don't need to see it.
Lucky for you're full of crap too. I can't wait till it's bed season and me and you're up on the front of the boat bed fishing. And
I'm gonna
Josh
just
is gonna
push you
have
off.
Josh is gonna have that big camera.
I agree with Derek White on that.
What is that?
Any kind of brim color, any kind of brim imitation, those bass are going to kill it before it even gets there.
There you go. And I know green pumpkin is just to me is closer to natural than
I
white.
like catching them on swim baits on beds. Boy, that makes them mad. You start slow rolling that thing in there.
Take a
it's
night
come up
crawler and
kill it.
inflate it with air.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess you take a fizz needle.
I think there's something they call a worm blower, and you can stick a needle in a worm and blow air into it and blow it up
Are you
and make it like a
serious?
trick worm.
How's the thing dangled?
A worm blower?
Yeah, worm blower.
I know a couple of them.
Well, you've dated a few. Huh?
I'm sorry. Hey, that ain't bad though. That was funny. That don't break
Listen,
probation.
No, we're an
that
hour.
don't break
We're an hour and
probation.
45 minutes in. If your kids are watching, we apologize. They ought to be in bed. All right, so let's go on from the worm blower. Yeah, that's a new T-shirt right there. Worm blower.
blower.
All right, best fish to eat.
What?
You just sit over there with your best fish to eat.
Like crappy.
Okay, crappy.
Crappy.
Walleye.
Why I gotta keep
Everybody
getting
says that, but I've never had one.
I ain't never had one
You know,
either.
I got
it's
a
like-
freezer full of them.
Now
Go to Blue Ridge
Bring 'em.
right now and go upriver and fish a jerkbait, and you'll catch a boat full of them.
when
I
we
got
go-
great-
when
I
we
don't
go-
want
you
to
want to
go
go tomorrow? Let's go tomorrow. Take off work.
If
You work for the power
here's
company.
here's the
it's all
next question. You ever eat a carp?
No, carp are the worst.
right. Ranger Nation. We need to get him on the show.
That's Jacob Bernhardt.
That's Jacob Bernhardt. You talk about a wildlife catching fool. Jacob is the man.
He's a stick on Carter's.
The thing is, here's the thing about Jacob. He's the mortician. Works at the funeral home I was telling you about. He don't get to fish a lot of tournaments because
When
he's
did
always
you tell
working.
me about that? I mean, I got a
tried-
lot going on in
I
my
tried
head.
to get him
dude.
on the show that night that you stuck me on here by myself. But he's a stick.
Oh yeah.
He's a stick. We need to get him on here. Jacob's an awesome guy.
Okay, so let's scroll back up. What's your Ranger Nation 46?
Ranger Nation, that's his. I think that's his.
Well,
Instagram
Ranger
name, too.
Nation, what are you doing Thursday night? If you're not doing anything this Thursday night, Ranger Nation, we'll put you on. And
He's a stick. All them northern lakes, Chateau, Burton,
Mhm.
all those. He's
yeah,
a
but it
hammer.
don't. And ask Jonathan. It don't matter if we tell them they're sticks. We never talk about them lakes. We've been talking about pork brains and stuff all night. We're supposed to be talking Nottely.
If you want to talk northern lakes, he's the guy to get
Okay,
on.
all right.
He's super smart.
Okay, so y'all all said walleye. You said crappy.
Only
I said
'cause I've
walleye.
never
I said
had
Captain
walleye.
D's. I really like Captain
Yeah,
D's.
Captain
Captain
D's,
D's
not
pretty
like a
good.
And
whitefish.
it's really good with some malt vinegar.
Oh yeah.
I can drink that stuff. Favorite angler? We asked this one. What's your favorite angler? We gotta get some new questions this week.
I threw all them out. Have they
put
been
'em back
redone?
in. Yeah, I put them back in.
Did you roll them up and put them back in after?
No, I asked. I've had an episode since you was here.
Oh, so you wrote them.
Yeah.
Well, I've
Let's
already-
change it. Let's change this. You get one big fish bait. One bait to catch the biggest fish you can catch in the lake. What you gonna throw?
Jig.
Color, size.
Just a jig.
Jig.
Just a
I'm gonna
jig.
catch a jig.
Well,
What am I doing? Bad fishing?
It doesn't
string?
matter. Just give me some more. The people out there want to know. What kind of jig?
dirty water,
Dirty water,
black and blue,
black and blue. You use an arky, brush hog head, football head. What we doing?
just your regular arky,
Regular arky head. All right, now gin clear water.
green pumpkin.
Now when you put your trailer on, do you contrast it or you going with a similar color?
I usually go to
colored
green
trailer?
pumpkin trailer and dip the tail chartreuse.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, there, Blakester.
3/8 to a half ounce fall crawl jig that y'all make with a rage crawl trailer.
For your big fish, why ain't you throwing one of the big swim baits that you like to throw?
Well, I throw one, but
You more apt to catch one on the.
on jig, I'm more consistent on a jig. You know, you might get. Here's the thing about swim baits,
Right.
You might fish one for a week, you might get one bite, but it's a good one.
Right.
But I can go fish a jig. I'm gonna get multiple bites, and eventually I will run into a big one that day.
Oh, he's working. Too bad Ranger Nation's working. So that life as a mortician.
Now Jeremiah said throwing a big worm. When I'm up at Chickamauga and stuff, I'm throwing a ounce shaky head with a dang big old magnum worm on it. You
Gotcha.
can't beat that.
What about you?
Swim bait.
Swim bait. You got
And
a preference of the kind?
I am throwing a Kayak 4.8 on a flashy swimmer,
On a flashy swimmer.
skipping docks.
Ooh, that's something we ain't heard of.
Skipping docks with a flashy swimmer.
You okay with that? I think you about to choke.
Yeah,
You good? You been sick?
Sinus infection.
Sinus infection?
I'm dying.
The last 3 years, when I go and do that this time of year, I've put one in the boat over 9.
Don't be
Where are
bragging.
you
Nobody
at?
wants you. What's
Nobody
that?
wants to hear you brag. Get
What is
out
that?
of
Now,
here.
what's that called? My girls say there's a term for that. What's it called, Trey? When you putting out all how good you are.
Humble brag.
There's not a humble brag. There's a crud. Come on, dude, help me out here.
Bragging.
It's bragging is what we would call it, but it's just like everything else. I thought catfishing was catfishing. Apparently not no more. At some point, we've had that episode. It all changed.
I'll tell you a good time to catch. That's post spawn with a jerk bait around docks. That's a lot of fun. You can see them big ones come out there and chase it, and you just stop it and pop it. 9 times out of 10, they just.
I got you. All right. Favorite lake?
Clark Hill.
Ooh, okay. Why?
I've had pretty good success there, and I like it.
Okay, simple enough. There you go. No, it's not hot dogging, Nathan. It's not mansplaining. I got explained what that was too the other day. I didn't know that, but it's like when somebody says something, it's just that I'll think of it, and it might be 3 episodes from now, but I will think of it,
and I'll be on to get here and hear it. So.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So
Chickamauga.
What about you?
You have to ask.
I know, Nottely. What is it about Nottely though that you grew up fishing Nottely?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what is it about Nottely? If you could give everybody a couple minutes on Nottely that makes it just that your lake.
Just a couple minutes on Nottely.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. You gotta condense it.
That's fine. Nottely to me is a sleeper lake. Not a lot of people know about it.
Right.
Not a lot of people fish it, and it's got giants in it. You can go up there and just like Chickamauga or Clark's Hill or Gunnersville, you can go over there and you're going to catch a big bass.
Right.
You have a chance at a giant. That's what Nottely is for me. I know when I go over there, I have a chance at a monster.
Okay. What
I've
is
seen some big ones up there.
Yeah. So, you're going to Nottely tomorrow. Let's just say you are. What you chasing that monster with? Or
tomorrow?
Yeah, next couple of days. Anytime in the next few weeks.
I'm going up there with a chatterbait, either a green pumpkin or a black and blue chatterbait right now, and I'm popping that thing off a bottom and just making it flutter a couple times and fall back to the bottom.
Do you know the answer to that question? Did Nottely get better after they installed the oxygen system?
I don't know that answer. I know that Nottely's been good for quite a few years.
There's not a lot of people fish that, right?
There's not a whole lot of people that fish
Nottely
because you've got Burton and Chattooga so close. Yeah. They'll pass Nottely and go to Chattooga because who had the tournament on there?
Oh, it was like the Bass. Yeah.
Bass out there.
They'll go to Chattooga.
Nope, not gloating. Keep going. People still trying to.
Yeah, they're trying to get me.
Look at that. Read that comment out right there. Nottely is our last true largemouth lake. Boys, farmer speaks the truth. No spots in there.
There are spots in that lake, but
spots too.
But because of how shallow Nottely fishes, it is still one of the best largemouth lakes.
So we talk. So as a whole, the lake's shallow.
As a whole, it's shallow.
We're talking about average depth in Nottely.
Average depth.
Main body channel, not the river part.
I'd say average depth's probably 46 feet.
Okay, so that's still shallow for a northern lake up that way.
Yeah, it's still shallow for up that way. I mean, it gets down to 100 and I think it's 112, 115 foot, something like that. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what the max depth is on that lake.
There we go.
Flexing. Yeah.
Don't flex. I heard that. I'm sorry, Facebook user, give us your name. I appreciate it.
You got to remember, guys, Danny's old.
I am old. Seriously, Trey, how come you didn't know that?
Here's another. What'd you put the box down for?
I appreciate you.
Oh, good.
Get another one, Danny. There's still 5 minutes.
What's that?
Another question.
Well, let's talk Nottely for a second longer. Let him
go up there and throw that's a mega bass mag draft. That's what I caught 2 big ones up there. Caught a big largemouth, and then next cast turn around caught a big old spot.
There's gizzard shad and trout in Nottely, so you can go up
trout.
There. Yes, there it's fed by 2 or 3 good sized creeks. You've got Ivy Log, Young Cane, and the river that come in, and all of most of North Georgia's rivers and creeks hold trout.
Right
in that area.
So we're not talking about stockers that have just come on down. We're talking about
you're talking natives.
Native trout get down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now they able to. I mean, I guess what I want to say is, are they able to live and reproduce in the trout? Is it a sustainable population?
Oh yes, the Nottely River. Nottely River is a big enough river where they can spawn and do all their stuff, but a lot of hatcheries still stock in those because a lot of people fish it.
A lot of people fish it.
Yeah, so you still got people that they still stock it, but you got those stockers that'll make it down in there. Those 6, 7, 8 inch trout.
Damn. Yeah, so there you go. So perch on Nottely too.
Oh yes, there are perch. So you can go up there. Actually, right now, if you want a chance at some giant spot bass,
Yeah.
go up there right now with a number 5 or number 6 Raffle and Fire Tiger, and crank that thing around sandy points,
Kind of simulating that perch.
and they will
that.
smash it. The same way on Blue Ridge for them big smallmouth
Right now.
right now.
Few and farthest in between.
Yeah,
Still, that's-
well, they restocked Blue Ridge. I heard with
2
like
years.
5,000,
That's
10,000,
2 years ago.
but they were about
12 inches.
12
13
inches. So
Maybe they'll
With
maybe
smallmouth?
maybe the
smallmouth,
spot,
pure
maybe,
strange smallmouth.
That's the last smallmouth I
Maybe-
ever caught was off Blue Ridge.
maybe the spots won't kill them out.
You did you ever fish Blue Ridge back in the day?
Never have.
Never have. You never been up. You never fished any of these lakes up here?
Nope.
No.
Take them up to Carter's.
I fish Carter's, but that's about as
As far north.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Georgia
let's
that I've
ruin it.
gone.
Gotcha.
Throw them to the wolves.
412 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
what am I
Carter's?
doing?
Yeah.
He gonna be
Good
something.
grief, that's insane. 8-inch Huddleston and rainbow trout, like I brought on the show. Yeah. I did see somebody say, I think I saw Chris Caton said mag draft. Nottely has great largemouth crappie and striper.
Yes, it is. It actually is a trophy largemouth and striper lake.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's something I didn't know about.
There are a couple striper guides that fish that
Look
lake.
at
Backwoods.
I tell you what.
Backwoods is one of
Yeah,
them.
let's do
Backwoods
this.
is one
Let's
of
do
them.
this. You see that fella right there? He's a hammer on Lanier.
Mhm.
And he's the one that's on the page all the time putting them big ones. He said he'll swap you a trip, Lanier for Nottely.
I'd be up for that. Big
Uh,
Lanier spot versus a
Yeah.
Nottely largemouth. That'd be.
Well,
a
there
heck
you
of a
go.
trip.
So Derek, there you go. So you guys will we'll kind of set that up for you on that. So he can hammer Lanier.
Oh, I've heard his name before.
Yeah, well he posts pictures. He's flexing.
Was that the night guy?
He
That's
he
not
fishes in the evenings because he takes a lot of he
No, is
does a
that
lot
the
of
one who's been doing it lately?
yes.
Yeah.
He's fishing dock lights. I've heard that's a heck of a pattern to run on Lanier.
Well, he told me.
up.
Listen,
Oh, sorry.
Actually, I talked to him, and it's not so much the dock lights. It's kind of surprising what he's doing. So that's off the camera.
Let's do one more
Uh,
question here. 3 minutes left.
One more question.
Maybe 2. depending how
Let's
quick
get
they
it
are.
on film. You want me to pick from the hat, or you just got a question?
No, pick from
pick from the hat. Anything goes.
Anything goes. Maybe we can
There
get
you
2 in.
All right. Well, we got to get some better questions.
Y'all need to throw them away that you'd already done.
We did that.
Throw
So
it
we
away.
played this.
He puts it right back in the box. Don't throw it away.
What's your setup for a drop shot?
Oh God.
Well, I
That's
usually-
right. That's the question. Yeah, you wanted the question. What's your setup? I know you throw a drop shot a lot.
I do. I like LJ stuff, and actually, I got one of Big Earl's deal where he
Yeah,
has
that
a little swivel
contraption?
and the
Yeah.
the little bead, things, and
I got you.
it's not really complicated.
You're not very complicated.
No. So that would be my
let's
setup.
just-
Just a linear bait.
I know you're not. Neither one of you do drop shot a lot.
I do
I
a
drop shot,
I
but I
drop
don't
shot.
like
I
it.
mean,
Let's-
I'm throwing a
let's
10
change
pound
this.
leader to 8 pound line on like 7-foot light rod.
Okay.
I'm light pound or 8-pound test on a medium rod, and I'll actually do a Lanier's Blue Lily most of the time.
Okay. I got you.
But I have gotten to where if you go to a fly shop and get a streamer and tie it on a drop shot,
That's a
it
good
works
question.
really well.
There you go. What do you throw? What do you throw? If you got a Clark's Hill right now, what are you throwing?
If the water temperature's up in the 50s, I'd probably go up Little River, so a crankbait,
Throw a crankbait.
chatterbait,
Never
Looking
been.
for stained water.
stain water, which is usually get quite a bit of stain up the Little River Arms, which is on the Georgia side.
Okay. There you go. Perfect. What's your least favorite lake?
Sinclair.
Why? And not because
Man,
you suck on it. Just
well-
tell me why. No, I'm not saying he sucks on it. I mean, that's
I do
everybody's
suck
answer.
on it. That's why I don't like it.
Why is it? What about it? makes-
Everything looks good, but not everything is good. I mean, the boat docks, everybody says, well, go fish boat docks.
That's a bar
Okay,
on Friday
well,
nights.
you go,
There you go. That's some wisdom right there.
you go fish boat
Everything
docks.
looks
and,
good, but not everything is good.
Oh, ain't that the
okay, there you
truth?
go. All right, keep going.
And it's just kind of difficult for me to nail it down.
Looks like you'd be able to catch. all
Looks
over
like
the place.
everywhere you go, you should be able to just go hit a dock and catch fish. But
Gotcha.
unfortunately, for me, it doesn't always pan out like that. And
I got 2. They're probably neck and neck. I'm gonna say Carter's because I fished Carter's multiple times. I may have caught 6 fish out of Carter's. They can drain that lake and plant pine trees and let me and Justin run coon dogs in it for all I care.
Right.
And I'm gonna say Altoona.
Oh,
'cause
good Lord.
That lake's full of small fish.
All right. What about you?
I'm gonna have to say tuna too, but give tuna its credit. It does have a lot of fish in
Hey,
it.
at least I can catch fish in Altoona, not Carter's.
That's true.
But if I have to say my least favorite is actually going to be one of the big name lakes, just because I hate boat traffic.
Lanier,
Gunnersville.
Gunnersville for boat
It's
traffic.
not nearly as bad as what it used to be.
No,
It's
it's not.
getting
I was
better.
there. I was there last summer. We had a tournament over there, and I was there last summer, and I swear 20 boats sat on the same hole that I was sitting on, and I
Legend.
could not stand it.
Ledge
I
fishing.
left.
Right.
I was catching fish, but I left. I couldn't
Just
stand it.
couldn't stand boat traffic. All right. So we're
One more?
you want one more?
One more.
Make it an easy one. That's
Make
all.
it an easy one. Where can we get Steve's nuts? Sugar Hill Nuts.
Bass Pro Shop.
Bass Pro
Bass
Shop.
Pro
No, that's not.
Shop,
That's too easy.
SugarHillNuts.com,
Uh-huh.
Oakwood Bait and Tackle.
Yep.
Hammonds.
Yep.
Dugout.
Eventually. Eventually, when we get open. How about you got any sponsors you need other than yourself you need to throw out there?
Not really.
You
just
are
me.
you and you.
Yep, I'm a
I got you.
army of one.
Army of one. How about you over there, big dog? I know you got a few
What?
sponsors.
Oh,
You might wanna get-
I've got TRC covers, fishing rod covers to protect your gear.
Yep.
Woo
Pretty cool.
tungsten. But let's see.
I ain't got
True
nothing.
Grit. I
There
can't
you go.
forget about True Grit.
Don't get
I-
fired before you get going.
That's right, True Grit. There's also Bass Reaper.
Yep.
Bass Reaper Bait Company. And I think and TH Marine.
TH Marine. Okay.
I ain't got nothing because I'm a nobody. So
You-
I'm a nobody, but you go on that National Pro Staff website.
Website,
you know,
you be a
and-
somebody
all you gotta
real
do
quick.
is fill it out, and they'll
That's right.
jump on you
Hey,
real
listen,
quick.
you don't have to fill it out. Just go to the
Kayak,
website.
kayak guy,
Yeah,
bank guy, anything. They're picking up everybody and
They're
anybody
picking
they
up
can.
I fish
Wednesday nighters. What y'all got?
What you got? Well, I tell you what, I got a bedtime, so I'm getting tired. Yeah, I'm
Poor
getting tired.
Danny.
Guys, listen, we appreciate you tuning into this episode. Go out and get you some Rose pork brains. They're not that bad. They actually taste like Vienna sausages.
Get some Steve's nuts.
Get Steve's nuts. They actually
Sugar Hill
keep saying,
Baits.
yes, that's Sugar Hill Nut Company, right?
That's
I said
correct.
bait.
Sugar
Hey,
Hill Nut Company.
pick up some of his underspins while you buying his nuts.
Sugar Hill Baits. We carry his underspins.
Want some nuts for the road?
Um,
I'll take some for the
Yeah, you
road.
know
for the
you want
road.
some,
Y'all
yeah.
take some for the road. Actually, we're gonna. I'm looking into the TR. It's TRC.
TRC.
I can't it covers. Actually, it's pretty cool. I'm looking to get some that's got Fish North Georgia and printed on them. I think it would be pretty good. Look at there, Sugar Hill Bait Company right there. Oh, that's awesome. See, nice. See, you like that? That is
Oh,
yours. That is you right there.
Very nice.
Like that's a good touch.
I do.
Actually, I will say this: one of the best underspins I've ever thrown, and some of the best nuts you've ever eaten.
Some of the best
Yeah,
nuts he's
that
ever
broke
put in his
back
mouth.
come up. Yeah,
I'm on probation.
you're on probation.
I'm not.
So,
on
but
the
anyway, so listen, seriously, we in the link below, I'll put a link to that if I ever get around to doing it. 18 other million things. But guys, listen, we absolutely appreciate you. We'll be back Thursday night. I had a cancellation, so I'll find something else for Thursday. We'll make up something good. We'll have some good people in here. I talked to Fluke Master. He's wanting to do a show.
Get him on.
I might call him up, see if he can come in. Look at that fish.
It'd be
North
fun. It'd
Georgia.
be fun to do a question box with him on.
With Fluke, we better come up with some better questions instead of asking the same questions every 5
Throw him away.
I mean, seriously, I don't want to throw them away. It's a lot of work. You're sitting there tomorrow. You ain't doing nothing, right? Your boat's broke.
It ain't
Won't you
broke. I'm
come on-
redoing it.
Well, won't you come on down the shop? You can write questions all day and put them in the box.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't spend your day doing that, do you?
How many times have I spent my day down here helping you do something though?
About 3.
You're so full of it, Danny. I would have slapped you. Josh is laughing because he knows you're lying.
About 3.
You sent me and Josh to that molded, asbestos-filled, falling apart house.
What do you mean? I sent you.
Did he not send us?
He
Was like, "Oh, since you're down here, you and Josh
no,
go
no,
finish doing
no,
it."
no.
Is that
No,
not
no,
what he
no, no,
said?
hold on a second.
Josh is sitting there agreeing
hold on a
with
second.
everything
Hold on
I'm
a second.
saying.
Hold on a second. I didn't send Josh. I might have sent you to help Josh.
Mm.
Josh was already been there.
Listen at him laughing
He is
because he
laughing.
knows we're me and him right.
He don't know. Let's see.
You work us like
Oh, listen. Look, your wife is probably gonna make you gargle with some bleach tonight before bed.
I ain't married no more.
I don't know if it's the pork brains. It might be.
You better brush them teeth. Trey, get over here. And
Listen
kiss
right
your
here.
daddy.
Seriously,
Tell him
I'm
how
telling
bad
you
he
right
was.
now, if anybody can contact the Rose Company about their pork brains, I'm looking for a sponsorship.
Oh,
Right?
my
Come on,
God.
Blake. Here. One more time, baby. Anyway, guys, we love you. We'll see you Thursday
You're so
night.
nasty.
Be safe. I'll put some. End it up. We got to do the YouTube. Talk about you. What you
I
got?
forgot to talk about something.
Oh, good Lord. I'm going to eat what?
I'm sorry. If anybody wants to join it, the ABA 35 is actually throwing a Nottely Chateau tournament. It actually is a D1 tournament. So
Day one will let me.
it's Division 1.
Division 1.
I didn't play football.
But ABA
All right,
35 is throwing a Nottely Chateau tournament, and
When?
Blue Ridge will be in it next year. Then the first one is coming up.
Oh,
Not this weekend. Yeah, it's the trail.
Yeah,
It's not
I
next
got the paper.
weekend, but the next weekend.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Blue Ridge will be added back next year.
Blue Ridge will be added back next year.
Okay, so anyway, do the subscribe, follow, all that stuff.
Everybody subscribe to the YouTube.
Right.
Give us a like. Share the video, guys. We're growing. I go look all the time. See how many views we're getting and everything. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. Listen to the podcast whenever you're going down the road. Come to the store, guys. Fish North Georgia is one of the biggest FX rod dealers now. They're flying off the shelves, too. I keep an eye on that. We're already missing a couple of those. Come by, hang out.
There you go.
Danny's finally tying some jigs. We got his little bench made up and everything. I'm here. Danny's here. Come hang out with us. Bassmaster, every tournament. We'll have it on the TV if we're here. Come hang out with us, guys. It's always a good time. There's always something coming into the store, something new, something great.
Mhm.
Share us. Hey, it's growing, guys.
It is growing.
I love it.
Growing. It is growing. So, guys, we appreciate you and gals. So please,
Fish North Georgia loves women.
Fish North Georgia loves women. That's from my
Except
daughter,
them ones from Barry.
Barry College.
Yeah, we don't like him.
We love the ones from Barry College. Fish North Georgia loves women. We love puppies.
Look at him
We love
throwing up all the
dogs.
sponsors on there.
He is. I'm giving him time to do it too. I'm trying to really drag this last few minutes.
Josh
out
is
and get them all. So am I good now? Can I go?
Bring it home, baby.
I don't even know how we bring it home. We've never brought it home.
Like,
before.
subscribe, give us a follow, share. We're out of here tonight, guys. We appreciate everybody being here. Y'all
That's
come
right.
back this Thursday.
Listen,
Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wives, whoever. Come join us.
I am training him well, am I not?
You ain't training
well.
nothing. I'm just that good.
He's like, guys, we love you. We'll see you.